Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday here with the gang. I got Levi on my right, and Anthony on my left.
Hey guys, just me wearing the Coach Kemi dad hat.
It is a very
good on you.
dad hat.
Does it look good on me?
Perfect for
He's working on
Perfect
his
where keep
kid
the sun
dad
out of your
aesthetic.
eyes.
It is.
Yeah.
It
So
is
it's good.
right. Yeah, the
So
strap.
That's basically what a hat is for.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very nice.
so we all got branded hats today. That's
We
a
do.
thing.
Look at that.
That's kind of
Yeah.
fun. But anyway, you guys want to do
If you
some
guys
housekeeping?
haven't, I'm going to say for quick housekeeping, go to detailersdomain.com. Pick up some new hats.
Wow.
Phil at Detailers Domain got in these new truckers. Dane has been wearing
Dane,
his
you
since
look
yesterday.
like a trucker. I didn't even realize it was a trucker
you got to
style.
remember. Got to remember. I heard Dane was he pulled up in his truck today.
Yeah.
He was driving through the dirt and the gravel.
Yeah.
He got out and he goes, "Did you see my new whip?" And I
No.
said, "Dane, I know you've had that truck for a long time." He goes, "No," and he pointed at his CB antenna.
Wow.
He said-
Antenna.
he said
the way he
10-4.
pronounces antenna
He said
will
10-4.
never not be
10-4,
funny
good
to me.
buddy. And I was
Wow.
like,
Wow.
impressive. I was impressed.
Wow.
Wow.
I really like rocking trucker hat, CB whip, antenna,
Yeah.
and Dane doing a little bit of off-roading.
You know,
I know.
working on
Froden
the
in the
look.
truck.
Well, he
So,
he was
pretty
telling us earlier
yeah.
that he said that truck stops actually have some of the best shampoo.
Oh,
so
I didn't
if
know
you
that.
shower there,
I'm
right?
learning so much.
there.
Okay,
the
so
scent-
please,
you weren't expecting.
please,
that
for the love of God, take us back to detailing now. Okay. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put the first question on the screen since these guys can't be trusted to actually, introduce what's going on this week. Don't worry, we'll catch up with you as
that
we
was
go.
the best.
I'm going to put Garage
I don't know if
Logic
G.
right
Davis
up on the
is gonna be able
screen
to top
here.
that one.
Say hello to Garage Logic.
What's up, dude? Garage Logic, long-time listener, first-time caller. I just got a used 15-millimeter Rupes. I want to do a two-step correction, but I've never polished before. What kind of pads, liquids should I get for 8-year-old BMW paint? Great question. So, honestly, we really love the last cut.
Yes.
I
Okay.
think it's probably going to be the best bang for your buck because you only have to buy one product that you can use in two various stages. Second, with the Rupes, you can either buy the Rupes pads. The wool, blue coarse wool is great, along with the yellow foam, dynamite. The other pad options I would recommend is the Lake Country HDO series, or you could even pick up a Reflection Artist kit and use that as well. All those are going to be great on that machine. You're not going to have any issues. But I will say last cut and actually the Rupes pads, the blue wool and the yellow foam are going to be your best bet for that 8-year-old BMW paint. Dan Pfeiffer saying, back.
Had one more from Garage.
Would that last cut be a good choice? Do you have any quick tips to get started? That's it, man. Couple
Dude,
drops
yeah,
on it
couple
and go
drops.
to town.
Let it rip, man.
There you go. Okay, Dan Pfeiffer up next.
Saying good afternoon and a big word up from Minneapolis.
What's up, Dan? Making it in time.
If we had $1 for every time we heard that, right?
That's right.
We'd have enough to go to Roost Chris.
Hopefully, right? Keep saying it, Dan. Keep them coming. We have who do we got here? I don't have a name.
Nolan Todd.
Did we move the name?
We did.
Yeah, we got new graphics going here.
You guys know that my eyes aren't good, right?
Well, this is where we find these things
we're
out.
wearing
The
glasses
heat
since
of the
3.
moment during a live stream. What better way?
Here we go. So we got a high TRC team just got a brand new car with full leather. What would you put on the seats? Color lock, elephant leather, leather sealant, both? All right, great question, right? So for general reference, right? The
Brand new car,
right? Elephant leather, right? Let's go ahead and take that off the table.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
that's
need
a
that
no.
right now.
So yeah, that's elephant leather is not going to be for anybody with modern day leather. It's just
it's not for new leather.
it's not for new leather, right? So going with a brand new car, yes, absolutely the sealant. And so you're going to put the sealant on, and then there is the conditioner, right?
Yeah.
So the conditioner.
So sealant, because it's a brand new car,
Yeah.
put the sealant on. Think of the sealant as, this is a brand new car, brand new leather. You want to protect it the best way possible.
Correct,
And
yep.
the sealant helps protect it against that kind of abrasion, getting in and out.
Yeah, very
protects
long,
it from
yeah.
spills, stains, all that kind of stuff. So sealant is the best one.
go to. Yeah. And then down the road, right? So down the road, let's just say
3 years.
3 years, right? You can start using the conditioner, right? And the
Yep.
conditioner will keep it feeling supple, keep it feeling good, smelling good, looking good.
And you can put sealant on top of it.
And you can put sealant on top of it. You can kind of go back and forth between the two. It's just basically they've made it very clear that the sealant is designed for new cars or as close to new leather as possible once you get it cleaned. put the sealant on, and that's going to protect it for the longest period of time. The conditioner is going to be your supplemental protection and also add a nicer, supple feel to it. So hopefully that helps.
Okay, next up, we got Jeff.
We got Jeff here in the house. Jeff Novak. Any relation to Nick?
Well, I don't think so.
Get it? Because it's a
Kovach.
backwards. Kovach,
Yeah.
Novak.
Novak, Nick Kovach.
Is a joke.
Oh,
One of our producers here. What do you recommend for wheel cleaning for reaching the barrels? Just ordered your wheel brushes, but those are for the face. Maybe you guys can make a wheelie type of product, but better. Cheers. So, Jeff,
Thanks, Jeff.
this is something that we have been pursuing for a very long time in search of the perfect barrel brush. We have yet to really stumble across the perfect barrel brush or anything that we would want to produce. So kind of just stay tuned. We're going to see where this goes. We have a couple things we're working on right now, but you're absolutely right. That is the one thing that we are lacking in our store.
You can go and you can pick up an easy detail brush. You can pick up wheel woolies. You can even pick up the Microfiber Madness Incredibrush. There's a lot of great wheel barrel brushes.
Yeah.
Now, for us, that job is, how do we make it not like a wheel woolies? How do we make it not like an Incredibrush? How do we make it our own and make it something that actually maybe fixes some of the problems that a lot of those companies have? I mean, even Adams has their own wheel brushes, that they use, and they work. There's nothing wrong with them. Like they also do just the same. And so the question for us is, we don't want to just pull a copy and make our own and call it that. Like, we want it to be unique and individual and different, similar to the way we've done with the Ultra Black Sponge and with the what are you doing?
There's certain cases where having something that's similar to something else, maybe it looks or acts different, but you're just looking for similar results. You can't necessarily expect it to be dramatically better. Okay, there's certain areas where that's fine, but in other categories, you have a certain product and there's good stuff out there, and you're like, I don't want to bring anything to market unless I can guarantee that it is in fact better than what's already out there. That requires a lot of R&D, a lot of time, a lot of practice, all this stuff. That doesn't happen overnight. And, of course, the market changes as time goes on, so you're adapting to that as well. So it's something that you just can't rush.
So stay tuned. We're going to keep moving down the list here.
Yeah.
We don't want to get behind on comments. We want to try to stay on top of it.
What's up, peeps?
I think we're doing all right.
Possessor of Kias. What are good books to read about detailing and also the business side of detailing? Plan on getting Rennie's book as well. Man, I don't have a lot in that camp other than...
You should write one.
Rennie's book is a really good book.
Yeah.
I could probably write one. That's probably a great idea if I knew how to write.
You read it. You just
they want to hear
I
your
would dictate
voice.
it. I would have Dane type it up for me.
Yeah.
And I would write.
How do I get roped into this? I'm not that fast.
You're better at typing than I am.
You're better at typing than both of us.
I correct people's grammar, but
right.
Yeah.
I don't know what grammar is.
It's like you saying the difference between is and are, and where I'm like, whatever, man.
But with a typist, you're looking for somebody who can do it fast. I'm not a stenographer.
Anyway.
Stuntographer.
Stenographer,
So,
look it up.
Dan Pfeiffer, any idea if the recent Toyota leather is real leather or synthetic? Hard to tell since most cars' leather is plastic coated. What is the best color lock cleaner protector products to use? So back, Dan, great question. We were making fun of Dane's leather.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a weird leather.
Feels
it's
like
not real.
a leather suit.
More like, it's like shark skin. That's what it feels like. It feels like a wetsuit.
Wait, which are we talking about? The Tacoma leather?
Tacoma.
Because I'm not the least bit offended by that. It's totally supposed to be a weird tough leather.
I remember you took your scarf and you threw it around your neck and you were like, I said,
I adjusted my ascot accordingly. It was just
you
so
walked
upset.
out. You were so mad that we would call. You were like, if only I had my.
For a second, I thought you were talking about
And
the Jag,
we were
and then I
like,
was like, hold on.
okay,
I take
okay.
issue with that. That's good leather.
See?
But the
This is what he
Tacoma,
did.
the Tacoma,
That's exactly what he did.
It's off-road leather.
showing
It's meant to
face now.
get dirty and be cleaned up easily.
So-
it's glorified pleather.
Yeah. So we don't know if it's actual leather, but it is very different. Now, the coating that they put on the leather is very different, and it's much more different than like Lexus leather. Lexus leather is a normal leather. It is a normal, automotive style leather. This is a more durable type of product. Now, it could be more along the lines of like a pleather or a vegan leather, like you see.
Kind of vinyl adjacent.
Vinyl adjacent. What it probably has is it is leather, and it's probably got a lot of polyurethane added to
Yeah,
it.
that wouldn't
plastic
surprise
in
me.
there, man. It's probably
That's
just,
what it is, but it's coated in a lot of it.
Yeah.
So it's got a more abrasive scratch-resistant feel. Now, all those any of the color lock cleaners will work great. Leather and vinyl cleaner will work perfect.
Yeah.
The kit is totally fine with it if you got a new truck, because the sealant is going to do the same thing. It's going to provide abrasion resistance, which is what we need. So,
All right,
Jacob Terry, is there any good fabric cleaner that works as a polymer cleaner? I'm trying to use products that don't require an extractor rinse, but I still don't leave anything behind. Optimum Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect is that. It's a polymer cleaner, protectant. Now, it's dilutable 3-to-1. You can dilute it a little more, or you can use, I just spent the weekend using that to clean all my couch cushions.
Yeah, you did.
Put it in an IK multi-sprayer. You can put it in a foam sprayer too and foam it, which is really nice. So you can foam it on, you can scrub it, wipe it down with a towel soaked in O&R, and you're pretty much good to go.
Yeah.
Now, for extraction purposes, and you need to get all that dirt and grime and stuff out of the carpets and seats, you're going to have a little harder time with that. The goal of doing like a dry clean is that you're not really getting deep into that foam or into the matting or any of that kind of stuff. So you're cleaning the surface area of the carpet.
Yeah.
In this case, I was cleaning the surface of the fabric, and I did have to go back over and kind of clean that fabric because there was some wicking happening in the foam. So, but yeah, that's a great product. 3-to-1 Carpet Fabric Clean and Protect by Optimum. Good stuff. So.
All right. So
Jeff
we got,
C. Stuart.
Stuart the Herbert. Stuart Herbert.
Sturbert Herbert.
How do you say that name fast? I'm sorry. I just can't say that name fast enough. And he says, "Hi guys, your Dark Pack Spectrum cloths say they remove polish, etc. When I'm done putting polish on the car, let it dry to a haze. Hard to remove the polish with the Spectrum cloth. Any tips would be great." So if you're using a polish, right, I'm guessing you might be using an all-in-one if you're letting it haze.
With a hand polish? Are you talking about a wax?
Yeah,
people confuse wax with a polish.
Because that's what I'm wondering if it's an all-in-one. Is it a cleaner wax? Is it just a polish itself?
We'd want to know more.
So we'd want to know some more specifics there, but really, honestly, that wouldn't really reflect the towel. That would actually more reflect the product that you're using. I mean, realistically, the Spectrum is actually a little bit more rigid than the Creature is because it has that Buttersoft suede edge on it. And you also have a long pile and short pile side of the towel that you can use. And typically the short pile side, you can take off the hardest compounds. Yeah. So let us know what product you're using because we're interested.
My guess is the product you're using is sticky when it gets hard, and that's why you're having a hard time with it.
Could be heat.
Tacky.
Yeah,
could be heat.
It could be
heat. Stickiness.
So it's the wipe off. Everyone's trying to move towards a one wipe kind of wipe off, and our Terry Weave is perfect for that one wipe off.
You can spritz O&R and wipe.
Yeah, you can also spritz O&R and wipe.
Not the wash and wax, but the wash and shine.
Yeah, but wash and shine, the blue O&R you could get and spritz it on. It might help loosen it to remove it. It's not going to damage or remove any of that polish. My guess is, like Anthony said, it's the product. Yeah. So.
Jeff C. Levi, read this.
Hey, so a case of B-grade 70/30 edgeless towels randomly showed up at my front door. Weird, right? Question mark. Or wink face. Would these be safe for polish removal? Also, what is your favorite use for the 8x8 Eaglet 350? Jeff, so those B grades that randomly appeared on your doorstep, that was part of that care package that I sent you of stuff.
Yes.
And I believe it was 300 365s is what I sent him.
Oh, wow.
So if at least that's what I put in my note to make sure that was what was going. So hopefully you got that. Hopefully you got the hoodie. Hopefully you got all the extra stuff. The Eaglet, find out what you want to do with those Eaglets, man. We just thought they were fun and thought you'd like them. You could use them.
Yeah.
Figure it out. A lot of people like keeping them in the car just for a quick towel to keep in the vehicle.
I like them for my clusters, and I like them for anything delicate.
Yeah.
I basically use whatever cleaner, whatever spray I'm going to use, and use those because they're really nice. And I also liked them for polishing out wheels.
Yep.
You can wedge them into tight spaces like a pipe cleaner too.
Yeah.
That's what they used to say. All right, so we have Vigor Auto Detailing says, what is up, my people?
What's
going
up,
on,
Joe?
What's up, Joe?
And then Bill Buss, right, says, have you had any experience with the Graphene products? And if so, what's your opinion of them?
So, no, Bill, we haven't had any experience with Graphene products. We know of them. We haven't used any Graphene products short of a pencil. Because, as we all know, graphene is actually coating the graphite lead which is how your pencil
Bill,
slides
It has
off.
industrial
we've sort of
applications.
covered this for actually literally like the last 3 Q&As. We've
Pretty
covered
heavily.
this topic.
Yeah.
You can go back and
We've
listen
got
to
a
those.
detox where Ivan and I really deep dive into graphene.
Yeah.
And check that out.
What you're asking right now in a nutshell, right, is you're asking about these graphene products. What you're still asking about is ceramic products with a little bit of graphene in them. So you're asking us what's our experience with
We
ceramic
haven't had
products.
any. Yeah.
We haven't played with any yet, but we don't imagine it being too far different than what's currently in the market for ceramic
Maybe a
coating
little
offerings.
slicker, maybe some things like that I've heard from people. But it could also, a little bit of placebo, depending on the product you're working with, depending on what you're doing. So it varies. There's definitely some that are using the name and not necessarily as much in the product. So it really varies.
Here we go.
Manny Leone. Hey, guys, what's going on with that Wowo's lineup? Are you going to stop selling it?
Oh,
Manny, we've still got products available for sale.
yeah.
Yeah.
We got lots of Wowo's products still for
Yeah.
sale.
Yeah.
So, no, it's still going. The problem that we are running into is restock
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
because of everything with COVID. So, yes, you're probably like, man, you guys been out of Quick Detailer for like 2 months. Are you going to stop selling it? Well, sorry, we just haven't been able to get our hands on Quick Detailer.
No,
If you go to you can go to the wowos.co.uk
that's
store
what I was going to say.
and you can pick it up if they have it in stock. And that's ordering direct from the factory.
Yeah.
Now, our issue is when we place an order for thousands of bottles. And we don't just send a case here and there. We're going to send a container. So if Wowo's fulfills an order for us, they have to fulfill a 40-foot container of product.
yeah.
That's how many bottles of that product is there, Anthony? That's probably about 20,000 bottles.
Easy.
If
yeah.
we
It's
were
a
to
big
reorder.
difference in accommodations.
So they have to come up with 20,000 bottles. And as we all know right now, there's a container shortage
There's
around the
sprayer
world.
shortage, all
Sprayer
that stuff.
shortage. So let's say Wowo's is able to get their hands on 5,000 bottles. Well, I can't ship that stuff over water in less than 1,000. I can't do that. We need to be able to place a large order so that we can get the price cheap enough so that you guys can get the product for the right price. So that's where we're at. But in the meantime, we got a ton of product available for sale. You can still pick it up. And if there's anything that we don't have right now, you guys go on the wowos.co.uk website.
Reach out
They
to 'em.
ship to the US. They will actually give you a discount too. And they are more equipped to sell you 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever bottles you want to do. And Fraser's been running some sales. So
Yeah. So one thing, just to kind of cap off this one, is basically I want to address, a lot of times people see, oh, we sell Optimum products, oh, we sell P&S products or Wowo's products or any of these things. Yes, we do videos where we use the products and stuff, but at the end of the day, we're not the ones making these products. True. We just have a lot of experience with them, and I get it. People go, oh, I trust you and your expertise, so I turn to you.
we had a guy who
for
asked us
answering
about
questions
Optimum the other day.
about
Same
it.
thing.
But the point at the end of the day is, if we're not able to do it, the company still exists. You can go talk to them.
Yeah,
That's
well, there's
definitely an option.
There's some Optimum products that we don't have in stock anymore. They told us we're not making it anymore.
Right, so we
But
can't
they
get
still
it
have
anymore.
stock on their website.
Right.
So what we've been doing is telling folks, like in the case of Optimum, people are like, man, I need to get some more tar remover from you guys. Well, we don't have any tar remover.
But you can contact them.
But
and
you
get
can
it from them.
contact Optimum.
Yeah.
Optimum may only have a case of tar remover left. I don't know.
No idea.
We don't know what their stock is, but we know that if it's available on their website and their website, you can buy it from them.
Yeah.
So until then, that's just kind of what we're doing with everything. And I'm sorry, man, this
It's
is what's
been a
happening
weird
to
year.
everybody
I don't
because
know
of
what else to tell
2020.
you.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, but so here's a kicker. The alcohol industry.
Yeah.
So my brother-in-law sells beer and wine.
Okay.
Here's something that I don't think anybody ever thought of.
Yeah.
Kegs.
Yeah.
Draft. So you go into a bar, you go into a pub,
Okay.
you get yourself what do you got on tap, right?
Yeah.
Have the bars been open? Have the restaurants been open? Have they been closed? So what are all the beer companies doing when they're filling their kegs full of beer?
Yeah.
They've had to change because people aren't going into these restaurants. So now they're not bottling in kegs. They have to bottle in bottles and cans.
Things that can be sold in convenience stores and grocery
Right.
stores. And,
So what do you think that has done?
Kind of ate into the supply of
Ate into
available
the supply
containers.
of bottles and cans back to our vessel system. Then you got all the cleaning supplies.
Oh yeah.
Which
ramped
up
obviously
production.
Sales spiked like crazy.
Yeah, they had to ramp up production because people just needed household cleaners.
Yeah.
General purpose cleaners, hand sanitizer. How many times did we go in the store and there's no hand sanitizers? Everybody was pulling from any type of vessel they could possibly get to manufacture product. So
all a roundabout way of saying
it's not just us, guys.
It's not just us, promise.
Yeah, not just the detail industry.
John Riker saying, hi all.
Hey, John, what's going on?
Followed by John
Sabatier.
There we go.
So I want to try out the Rupes Uno beadmaker combo. I live in South Florida where it's nice and humid. When I remove the Uno, do I use the same technique as if I was applying the beadmaker? Less on a panel, more on the towel? Yes, John, that's exactly what you do.
Yep.
So
smart man. Paying attention. That's good. Yep.
Thank you. And our old buddy Alkaline Trio, is ColorLock still willing to supply some of those brilliant face masks? We will see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They made them for themselves. They weren't.
I have a feeling it's
selling
just going to
them.
be large. A box is going to show up randomly.
Yeah.
And it's going to be full of treats.
Yeah.
And face masks.
I believe it.
I hope so.
Got Philip here. My Labor Day package arrived today. TRC does a fantastic job at packaging. All items bagged and sealed, bubble wrap, and what I like, the upcycling box it was all shipped in. This time, P&S Brake Buster.
Nice.
Thank you, Philip. All right. Then we got Sharuka. Oh, I'm here. Dane, master of shiny videos. Who are those two other guys? Thank you. Sometimes I wonder myself, but
master
they are my
shiny
coworkers.
videos.
I'm pretty sure you're the master of shine.
Thanks, Ruka.
All right.
He's calling you the master of shiny videos.
Well, as we will later demonstrate, I'm actually known as Papa Chrome now. So we have that.
Right. That's something new. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Philippe Pelchat. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Hi, guys. Do you know Silver Wax, Canadian car care company? If so, what do you think about their car care lineup? Now, I'm not familiar.
I've never heard that before. It's worth a check out.
Yeah.
Okay. One more to look up.
Check them out and get back to us.
Yeah.
John Peroni
There you go.
in the house says, I have some crazy staining on my interior ceiling and tried all products to get it out. Any suggestions?
Headliner.
Try O&R. Seriously.
Headliner, yeah.
Careful
O&R on your headliner,
headliner.
with get hot O&R. So hot water,
Hot
hotter than you
O&R
can.
talk.
Yeah, hotter than you can hold on to it. Dunk that, fill it up with some O&R, 1 to 256. Dunk a towel in it. Reach in, wring that towel out, take that warm hot towel, and clean that ceiling.
Out of curiosity, what are the stains from, you think, and what is the car that it's in? I'm just curious.
All right.
Okay. Then we
Orlando.
got Orlando.
Pro Nanotechnology. Have you guys heard of this product? It's a touchless product. If so, what do you think about it?
Like a rinseless?
I'm assuming Pro Nanotechnology is one of those things that, like Torque, like Top Coat, like F11.
Yeah.
So yeah, touchless product. There's a lot of them like that. You got to be careful. Check the ingredients and also check the MSDS.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these products, I'm not going to say all of them, but some of these products, if you actually look at the MSDS, are mostly derivatives of gasoline. So
you get some that are like kerosene.
They're
and
kerosene,
like other things.
they're
there's some crazy
methanol,
stuff
there are a
out there.
lot of different solvents that they put into a can and then they aerosol it or they pump spray it and they go, hey, spray this on your car. What that does is it actually causes the clear coat to swell.
Creating
And
the
when
illusion.
when it's that swelling, it creates the illusion. Think of it like Botox. It creates the illusion of all the wrinkles or scratches to disappear for a moment. That's when they say, oh, you got to use this every 2 weeks and you'll be good to go. And it'll make it look nice. Well, that product is swelling it. And because of the solvents on it, it is inherently water resistant. So for that time period, it's going to repel liquids. Now, if you use a heavy soap or high alkaline cleaner on it, it's going to remove and shed all of that stuff. So it's just something to keep an eye out. Look, I'm not saying they're all bad, but please read the instructions. Anthony and I got a company that gave us some dry wash, as they called it, and they're like, it's a touchless product, and it was in an aerosol can. When we got into the ingredients, it was kerosene and methanol.
Yeah, it was pretty
And
crazy
that was
stuff,
it.
man.
That was it. It didn't have anything else, and we just foamed it on a panel, like literally sprayed this stuff on a panel, wiped it with a towel, and it looked like, it was a junkyard panel. We were both laughing because of how much it swelled to clear
I was like,
coat.
don't light a match, man. This thing will go up.
I was like, we're just putting flammable liquid on a car.
Yeah.
To kind of pin this one also is if we tout something, if we stand up for something, if we say this is a good product because we've tested it, we believe in it, we're not going to put you in a situation where you're dealing with products that have those kinds of
well, and remember, everything that we carry, we use.
Yeah.
So
on our own vehicles.
On our own vehicles.
Yeah, we're not afraid to use them on our own stuff, and that should count for a lot.
Here we go. We got next question here. We have John says 2018 TA Challenger, best way to take care of the matte paint.
Wash it with O&R.
Wash it with O&R, and that's it.
You can throw some bead maker on it if you wanted to.
Can. Yeah, you can throw some bead maker.
Now, I know people think, oh, won't bead maker add gloss, but it's not enough to really change the matte look.
It'll just darken the matte look just a little bit.
Our own Morgan McMurray in the house asking, has anyone catch the new All Day Anthony video?
I didn't. Is still making videos. I thought he just
it.
stopped after he went to that car show. That was like the last video he ever made.
I think so. Well, he's been busy. I heard he's got a lot of new irons in the fire, so to speak. So
I don't know. I haven't really talked to him lately.
Yeah.
I'll have to check out his video. Resubscribe.
Oh, you're not subscribed.
G. Davis saying, Morgan McMurray, how difficult was it to get a combo Hans Luke restraining order?
Oh, wow.
Pretty good. Well, she had to move. So
she had to move. Vigor, I'm waiting for a new Morgan McMurray video.
Ain't that the truth?
Robin Wynn picking up a new Hochheim Silver M2 comp on Monday. Which ceramic coating? That's one of Anthony's dream cars.
Yeah. It's one of, how do I say this? It's not my dream car. It is one of my cars I would really like to own.
Yeah.
And really like, I'd actually just like to drive it first, but
sell the Evo and the Civic.
Honestly,
not gonna do that.
You got the truck, you got the daily.
Yeah.
I know, man, but I mean
that he doesn't feel bad taking places. It's perfect.
I can't do that, but I would really like an M2 comp. I would really like one. Just saying.
You're just hoping somebody check the mail and there's a set of keys in there and you're just like, oh, I guess I got an M2 comp now.
John Green's calling me during a live.
Dane, weirder things have happened in 2020.
John Green, you're live with the Rag Company here on our live Q&A on speaker. What's going on, man?
Oh, shoot, I forgot what time it is. I didn't realize it was Q&A.
Okay, so probably time to end that call.
I will talk to you after the live
We
Q&A.
thought it was about the live stream.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Showbiz,
folks.
Sometimes he does that with good news, and that was obviously a mistake.
You can tell us something like our Audi R8.
We have is that KSN?
That is
KSR W395.
It says
Cincinnati's finest. I don't know. That sounds like a radio station.
It says, can I use brake buster on the lower body panels of my car?
You
can. I would say there's other products that I'd recommend. I'd recommend using just normal APC rather than jump into brake.
Betting for that. Well, yeah, for that particular kind of thing.
Mike Spina, if Levi does an audio book, he has to do it in his Rag Company voice.
You're going presenter the whole way through.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company coming at you with my latest book, Master of Shine, and
with a ridiculously long subtitle that involves
Master of
puns.
Shine, Legend of Curly's Gold.
There we go. All right, excellent. Followed by Morgan McMurray.
Morgan G. They let me file both at once. It was a very stress-free process.
Well,
so nice.
Isn't that
That's
nice?
good, Morgan. Hope all is well down there.
We miss you.
Miss you. Not much else to say. So sorry.
We miss you. Sorry.
Josh Davey.
We've had cake every week.
Yeah, no, it's kind of been nuts. This is what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anthony and I have been doing push-ups.
Yeah. So we got Josh saying, "Hey guys, thank you so much for all the information you have given me.
Welcome,
thank you.
Josh.
Thank you for paying attention and watching."
All right. Dan Digna. I noticed the 32-ounce and 128-ounce O&R bottles are out of stock. Do you have an ETA on when they'll be back in stock? A couple weeks, man.
Dude, we're hoping.
We're hoping.
We
need
popular
it.
Product.
We need it. Need that blue liquid to run through my veins.
When I took Jed after we got done washing his Jag.
Jed,
fellow Jag or Jed the Jag enthusiast.
Yes.
Took him to go get some O&R.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, give me like a gallon. I'm going to use this stuff." And I was like, "We're all out." And I had to give him an 8-ounce bottle.
Oh, see, that would have been worse.
He was like,
if you had
"Give
to
me 4
him,
of those." I was like, "No, I'll give you 8 for now. When you're out, then you can come back and get more."
On the upside, 8 ounces of that stuff still goes a really.
That's what I
long
told
way.
him.
So
you're
not wasting your money by doing that.
Josh said that this is his first
Nice.
live stream.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you for
Welcome,
joining
man.
the show.
Congratulations. We got Philip Van Boeven coming in hot. Says,
Hello.
what is the best way to
PVB.
remove a leaf etching from gloss coat? So far, Power Clean, OptiClay, and OptiClay Mitt and MDR did not do the job.
You're gonna have to polish it.
Yeah, if the clay
Might not be in
and
the
Power
glo-
Clean
it
didn't
might
do
not
it.
be in the gloss coat.
Yeah, mine also might not be in the gloss coat. I was convinced that my glass was scratched on my Civic, and I thought that I had done it myself. No.
You were so bothered for like
No,
a
You
day
wasted
and a
an
half.
entire day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you, I did
You
get
lost
my
your
I did
mind.
get my my polish, my felt
Yeah.
my felt pad and my cerium oxide in. So I'm gonna attempt that.
Oh, okay. Have
Okay.
fun with that.
I'm gonna jack some stuff up. I think.
Enjoy it.
Oh,
Like
boy.
Levi have polished through the glass.
You're gonna be calling me, and there's gonna be like weird marks all over him.
Yeah.
Like, Anthony, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
bud.
what's going on, dude?
Look,
So-
took a license plate and tried to scrape it off because that's what it told me to do. You just put more scratches in it.
I was
how it
polishing,
works?
but then this heater strip got tangled up in it. That means you went all the way through the glass.
Yes. Humberto, Levi, you got this.
Umberto Roche Garcia. How do we know the color of leather on a driving wheel or seats have? Is it at the door like the paint code cars have? Yes, sometimes it is. So
Yeah,
if you look at
it'll
the
say-
VIN, it should say interior color.
Interior color. Yeah.
And it should tell you based on that. Sometimes most cars are all one color. Sometimes, they do a thing like this is the color gray and this is, the black is just a general black. So that is
VIN
where you learn it.
decoders
It
out
is
there.
usually right there in the VIN. They also, on some cars, you'll have a build code. Like the Suburban, for instance, you pop the jockey box open or glove box, as you call it. Others, it's got the build codes. So it's got,
Valayers.
yeah. Oh, good times.
Your country.
Or in your country, as we call them. So you've
Never
got
forget.
a build code, right? And that build code sheet has all the codes for every option that vehicle has, and it's usually like a 3 or a 4-digit code, and it'll show this is what we put in your car. So let's say you have a different type of rear end, that code's in there. Maybe you have a different suspension system, that code's in there, and that's how you can do that. And you can find a code decipherer by typing in your model of car and go, what's the build code decipherer thing on Google? And they'll tell you what it is. So, and same thing, just Google, where can I find interior color code for Dane's Jag? And it'll come up. And hopefully not Dane's Jag is the word, but like a Jag of Dane's type, type of thing. So
cursory
that
Google search
should
for
be
the
where you
VIN
find it.
will
Umberto, should be right there on the door plate is usually where it is mostly, where the door VIN. So.
Now, if the whole thing's a custom job, you have to do detective work and find
Yeah.
out from the previous owner where they got the custom work done.
Yeah. Scoop Master.
Boom.
Hey, I did my Labor Day order and I received my G-Technic maintenance kit. Very happy. I ordered some
Excellent.
Rupes wool pads I needed and a G-Technic kit, CSL XO V4 and panel wipe. That is one of my go-to on my cars, most cars I detail. Nice. Thanks,
Yeah.
Hector.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate it, brother.
Oh,
BJ Slinger.
friend of the
BJ.
show, BJ Slinger.
In the house.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, nice.
Thanks, buddy.
And Josh, oh man, another Minnesotian. Hey guys, I'm wondering where the best sealant that will protect a car from the Minnesota snow and rust.
Oh,
Cold
infamous.
up there right now. Chilly, brisk. Some
Is
would
it
say.
really?
Yeah.
There,
I was talking to Rob.
Yeah.
It was 54 up there yesterday. That's why he's
Dude,
happy he's in Orlando.
Why do they
99.
live? Why do they live there?
I mean, if you go to Colorado, I hear there's fires and snow happening
Fires
at the same
and
time.
snow at the same time.
How long before we have flammable
honestly,
snow?
dude, no place is safe here except for what nobody's talking about Nebraska right now.
Oh,
What's
well.
going on there?
I don't know. We should go over there.
Same. That's what
Somebody
I'm saying.
from Nebraska chime in.
So
2020's on.
best sealant that will protect a car from Minnesota snow and rust. Honestly, Josh, you could spray on just about any sealant and just repeated uses of it. So even if you put something like Bead Maker, you could do great with it. You could do CTV3. You could do Crystal Sealant. You could do OptiSeal. There's a ton of great sealants. The differences is how are you washing it? How are you taking care of it? This isn't something that you can just set it and forget it. This is something that you're always going to need to maintenance because snow and rust and the de-icer is what's going to destroy the sealant the fastest. So I would recommend always making sure you're keeping it clean, keep it washed, keep it coated. So Lars, good afternoon. MIBs today. Best regard.
Men in
Lars.
Black?
Men in Black. That's
like that.
nice.
I like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lars. Lars, hey man, what's your favorite German beer from Joe?
I like Weichstephaner or something.
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Juan in the morning. Whoa, it's the best time of the day. It's Q&A Thursday. Guys, make sure to check out the FAQ channel. Awesome short content that's straight to the point.
Thank you very
He
much,
knows my
Juan.
shtick.
Wow.
Did he call you to tell you that? Because he called me to tell me what he wanted me to say on
Oh,
the
really?
Q&A.
Wow. Okay.
I thought
Well,
maybe
I'm
he called
learning.
you after me. No, just kidding.
Didn't
Juan.
get a call.
And then Lars says, Umberto, you could ask the dealership, give him the VIN number, and the dealership can see in their system the name of the leather color.
Yeah, it's true.
That's
I
another
thought he
easy
was
way.
originally talking about German beer, and then I was really confused.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 a.m. Again.
Juan in the morning saying, any update on when you guys are restocking the IK Multi TR1? And what exactly is the difference between the HC variant and the Multi 1 in terms of actual use? 2 weeks.
2 weeks until we get the
weeks.
multis back in stock. The difference between the multi TR and the HC TR. Ultimately, just here, I'm going to try to make this simple as possible. The multi is going to be used for pretty much everything except for hydrocarbons, right? What are hydrocarbons? Hydrocarbons are pretty much anything that contain like some type of like fossil fuel or anything like that, right?
Yeah, so like a solvent.
Like a gasoline, kerosene, solvents. Any
Can't
type
put
of,
lacquer thinner in it.
Not lacquer thinner, but like things of that nature, like derived from like those type of things are going to be what you would put in the HC bottle. Could you put water in the HC bottle? Yes. Can you put ONR in the HC bottle? Yes. You can still put a lot of that stuff in there. It is limited on specific acids and it is limited to some alkalins, but for the most part, it's very bulletproof. But the multi is going to be the sprayer that everybody wants. That is going to be the sprayer that people are going to use for ONR, clay lube, quick detailer, bead maker, brake buster, iron buster.
Yep.
You go down the list. That's going to be your ultimate end all be all trigger sprayer. Whereas the HC can still be used for those things, right? But the main differences are going to be in the Viton seals.
It can be used for hydrocarbons and high alkali.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So basically, the way we've been kind of describing it for folks is like the TR can be used for anything like pH 9 and lower.
The multi.
The multi can be 9 and lower, like down to a 1, because it can be used for acids. It can be used for any of your sprayable stuff. It can go higher, but the seal may not last as long. If you get into like a 12 or a 13 in the alkali, 14, it might start to degrade it. Where the HC can be used, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can start at the 3s and maybe go up, and it's way better for the higher pH numbers and hydrocarbons because of the seals. So if that kind of makes the scope a little, I don't know.
Yeah, should help a little bit.
They're pH balanced for certain products.
Yeah.
Point is, the multi is what everybody.
Yeah, but the multis are coming back.
Multis are what everybody wants.
We'll have them in about 2 weeks, and we'll have a restock as well of some HCs on that shipment also. But again, we are the only ones in the U.S. to be able to buy them from.
Alkaline Trio says, picked up a color lock Alcantara fabric care kit this weekend. How many sedan interiors should I expect to clean with this kit?
A few.
Quite a few. I would say quite a few. I think in that kit, the bottle size, if I remember right,
it just depends on how much.
What, four
how
cars,
much
5
scrubbing
cars?
you do. If it's a light, easy clean, you're just doing a quick touch up.
Maybe Lars can chime in on how many he would expect to get with that kit.
Yeah.
Next question. We have John Roberts says, hey guys, hope you're well. Is the Ragco Europe a European distributor or a subsidiary of the Rag Company?
Good question.
That's a good question.
So it is technically a European distributor. Now, in terms of subsidiary, no, we do not own them.
Yeah.
So the Rag Company Europe is its own standalone. We refer to it as a sister company. So
we own the Rag Company name,
we own the name and we give them
and we've allowed them the rights to use the logo, the branding, the photos, the pictures, and all of that like that.
And they act as our entity for Europe.
Correct, because they work with us and they coordinate with us on future products, current products, kind of forecasting, things like that.
And they know the market there.
But they are still their own company. If we carry a towel that they say they don't want that towel or they don't like that towel, they're not forcing them to carry it.
It's again, sister company.
Yeah.
Very similar to like Anthony and your sister.
What?
Two very separate individuals from the same loins.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
You could look at it like that.
You could say, we're very similar.
Very similar.
But we have differences.
Yeah. Like basically,
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, as weird as that may be.
But the point is, you can check them out. Ragcompany.shop is their website, and it's Patrick and Edwin that run that place, and they do a really great job for us. They do a really great job representing the Rag Company in Europe, and they're really good friends of ours. They come visit us. We go visit them. We do trips together, and we have a lot of fun. This year has obviously been very hard for all of us. So,
now, an important note to add to that, because this is something that a lot of people probably wonder is, okay, Europe, we have other distributors, of course. We have a distributors page on our website. So if you go to theragcompany.com, search distributors, or click on the button, you'll find it, and it's quite extensive.
Tells you who you need to trust.
From the high level down to individual shops actually selling towels.
Yeah, and we have various degrees of that. So
it's all
right,
there.
Lars Pickard back at it with an answer for Joe. My favorite beer is from Ireland. It's called Guinness with black corn.
Ooh.
There you go.
Never had it.
Jeff C. Levi.
I skipped one.
Oh.
There we go.
Prestige Detailing. So, good day, Rag Company crew and everyone. I hope you're all doing well. Got my coffee in hand, and I am keen for this week's show. What's up, dude?
Man.
All right. Jeff C. Levi, there were a small amount of 365s, but most are the lighter color 300s. Was just curious if the B grades are paint safe, or should I keep them for interiors? Thanks again. Love the Liquidator.
Absolutely paint safe.
Totally paint safe. Biggest thing, check the edges. B grades, as we all know, are just our seconds, factory seconds. They're products that we don't sell on our website. So biggest thing, just check the edges, make sure they're good. If you don't feel like you want to use them on paint, don't use them on interior.
Usually it's just like a weird pattern or sketch or something. Yeah. It's nothing.
300 is a 70-30 blend towel. The only reason we pair them together is because they are very similar. 300s, 365s are both 70-30 blend. So, all right.
All right. Then we've got down the line here.
I found my cat sleeping in my B grade box.
Oh my!
On top of all
Were there
my
some towels in there? Oh yeah.
He said it was very comfy. He was
I
sound
bet.
asleep.
Yeah.
Ooh. Kevin D. Hey guys, what are your thoughts on the new graphene-based products? Do you think they are generally going to be better, longer lasting than ceramic? Yeah, I think they're going to be a little slicker. I think they're going to be able to provide a little more longevity, but I think we're still years away from that.
We're in the infancy of its placement in a detailing context. Yes, they've existed for a long time elsewhere, but you're talking about very small amounts of graphene in given products. So it'll adapt over time.
Anthony.
All right, you got G.
G. Davis says Levi's detailing novel includes a foreword by all 17 beta addicts and a special illustration from PJ Slinger.
I can only imagine.
Love it.
All right.
Wow.
Thank you, G.
Love it.
The illustration is what really
I can't wait to see what it is.
Got to draw it.
Scott Mattern, Kosh Chemi is a great add to your lineup. Any chance of getting M201 stocked? It finishes soft black A-pillars like nothing else. So, yeah, everything is coming in waves.
Yes.
So what we had originally yesterday, or last Thursday, I should say, was the first initial shipment of products that have made it in the U.S., made it through their distribution center and into our hands. Now, we already had another order that is in transit that is supposed to arrive as well, of new products that we have coming this week that we're adding, and then we've got another shipment of stuff coming. And so, like, one of the products that we're anxiously awaiting is Top Star. That is one of the new interior dressings that Anthony and I absolutely adore. Yeah. So
I'm excited. All right, we got Alex Dyke says for an O&R an O&R pre-wash, do you recommend sticking to 256-1 or going slightly stronger? Yes, 256-1. You don't need to go any stronger than that.
Nope.
And we have Mike C. says, Todd from Esoteric says to use 15 pounds of pressure while DJ polishing. Is that the best thing to do?
DJ polishing, is that door jam polishing?
No, I think it's when he's like mixing one polisher over here and then he's got another over here, and it's like there's
kind of like this.
But no, DA polishing. So
DA polishing. So I'm a no pressure kind of guy unless I need to add pressure. If you
I use the weight of my hand.
That's usually about 15 pounds.
No, it is not.
You're not leaning on it.
Pounds. I'm not leaning on it. I'm resting my hand on it.
You've got small hands. I'm more of a 20, 25 pound kind of person.
Are you sure?
When I put my hand on.
Yeah.
But if you're working quickly, you're not building too much heat in that
so
area,
I don't use any pressure. I let the machine do the work. I find that the machine with no pressure actually cuts faster, refines quicker, and does a lot easier stuff. Now, depending on the product that I'm using and depending on the type of the paint that I'm working on and the pad
variables.
choice, then I can increase or decrease the amount of pressure that I put on a machine. The problem that a lot of kids make is that they put too much pressure on the surface right off the bat.
Yeah.
And they cause that tool to vibrate and not actually rotate.
Well, they're like prematurely wearing out the motors and doing all this other stuff potentially. It's just needless friction where you
start
don't
it
need
out. Just let the machine do the work, man. Do just fine for you.
Levi.
Levi White. Could I put Express in an IK foamer? Levi, yes, you could.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, you should.
Yeah, try 10 to 1.
It's fun.
10 to 1, it'll foam beautifully. I'd say you can go down to 5 to 1 on that specific product, but try it out.
Bam. Next up, Scott.
Scott. Hey, Kevin, if you don't get answered, graphene is added to a ceramic. Graphene can't be a coating by itself. It makes chemical bonds stronger in the ceramic in a simplistic explanation. Exactly.
Basically, yep.
Richard Wakefield. Just had the windshield replaced on my Miata. Was fun to show the installer that there are better things out there for glass than paper towels. Way to go.
All right. Thank you for expanding the world.
Great job. Thank you, Richard. All right, Josh Davey. Hey, what's your favorite interior dressing? Have you tried Carpro Pearl? Yes. Top Star. It's coming out. Not here yet. It's pretty dope. The other interior dressing that I love, soft spot in my heart for,
Yeah.
Wowo's Interior Finisher.
It
true.
is good stuff.
Go on the website, pick some up.
Smells
It
good.
smells good, feels
Finishes
good,
extremely
looks nice. Oh,
It is.
beautiful
It's
stuff.
right there in the name. Finisher.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to go to another page. Hopefully I'm on the right one here. There we go. We're on page 1 now. Alkaline.
Master of Shine, Legend of Curly's Gold sounds like a fun D&D campaign. Alkaline Trio. So I did have a van back in the day. I had a black Chrysler Town and Country Limited.
You did. Very
It
nice.
was a beautiful van.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? It was an 04. And
Decent power in those things. Not
called that
surprising.
Well, that one wasn't. That was the older.
Oh,
That's
V6.
pre-Pentastar.
That was the
Ah,
3-liter
sure.
V6. It was good. It was comfortable.
Yeah,
That van
okay.
was comfy. It
Yeah.
was perfect for a growing family. Blacked out the windows.
Did it have gold emblems on that?
No, silver. And I
Wow.
coated it. It was the first one of the
Did
first
you?
coatings I ever used on it.
Wow.
Big
Now-
old slab sides that
Yeah.
show everything.
Polished that bad boy out, coated it. It was beautiful. Now, that car, called that Battle Wagon.
Oh, yeah.
That was the name of that one. Then we drove that for 1 year, sold it, actually traded it in on a 14 Dodge Grand Caravan with stow and go seating,
That's
Wow.
where he got the Pentastar.
black with a Pentastar, 276 horsepower.
Those things will leave cars in the dust. I
those
mean,
things
it is.
and the auto stick shifter.
Yeah.
So you could pop it down into manual. You could slap
boy.
it. Bam, bam, bam.
yeah,
Like a
it's-
rally shifter.
Doing bang shifts in
Yo,
a van.
you could bang shift that van. It had the black Alcantara interior. Loved
Wow.
it. Beautiful black
fantastic
carpet.
road trip car.
Oh, beautiful road trip car.
What more
We
could
would
you
know.
want?
We've rented a
Comfort,
few.
convenience, sliding doors.
Literally no reason to ever get rid of one of those, right? Especially for a 4-door sedan.
None.
Especially if
No
somebody
reason
asks you to
whatsoever
get rid
until
of
my
it.
wife said she wanted to get rid of it. But I
see.
named that van Battle Wagon 2 Legend of Curly's Gold.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
that
So
makes sense.
it's where the Legend of Curly's. It's kind of a callback to my life with black vans.
Yeah. Yeah. Your life is a narrative.
Yeah.
G. Davis.
Did anyone else notice all day Anthony's new crib has a 3-car garage and his wife is still parking in the driveway?
Not an accident.
God, man, what a
The guy's
guy's a
jerk,
class act,
Gotta
man.
Clean out some
Nice
space,
something.
make some room for her.
Jeez, let the girl park in the garage
Yeah,
for
man.
once, right?
Oh, Paul, next up.
We got Paul says, "What's the best way to get used hydraulic oil off of windows and mirrors? A burst ram on my had a burst ram."
A hydraulic ram.
Oh, okay, burst ram on my
He's
truck
picturing a
at
ram
work,
truck.
and everything got covered. Hydraulic fluid.
You got to use soap and water, and you got to use
What?
detergent,
Give it-
Dawn dishwashing detergent.
It's like cleaning up animals at an oil
I
spill
would say
kind
like
of
well, you got
situation.
to use some heavy duty greasers, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I think Dawn might be the safest overall thing.
I think Dawn will be your safest bet for everything to remove it. Is it on the inside, windows and mirror, or is it on the outside? If it's on the outside, I'd put some Dawn in a foam cannon,
Foam it
makes
and then
sense.
wash it with
And
a
then-
pH bound soap.
or wash it with Dawn and
Yeah.
clean it all off again because you probably have to get through all that.
Put your protection back on.
And put your protection
We have
back on.
Richard Wakefield coming in and says, which products from the Rupes DA line will you guys be bringing on? I guess I wasn't specific enough in my last email to you, Levi. So the new products within the DA line, right? So we are bringing on the pads. We are converting the pads because that is something out of necessity and something that we have been loving the pads. That has been something that was a huge improvement in our opinion. Yeah. Compounds, the compound polish is something that we're still testing and working on. And we also want to have more testing with Rupes Uno Pure, not the Protect version, but the Pure, right. And so which is just their polish, and so we want to play with that more as well. So we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah,
we'll let
we
you
haven't
guys
brought
know.
on the polishes yet, other than Uno Protect.
As you guys know, we take a while to sign off on these things, just because we like to put them through different situations, and so once we do, you'll know.
It's funny that we take a really long time to go through a product and make sure it's right.
Because you want to make sure.
And then when we do announce, we're like, hey guys, we finally signed off on this, check it out. And people think that we're hyping a product when we're
really
we're already
mad.
Past the launch and the hype of that product.
They already did that.
We just want to make sure it actually works for you.
They're hyping Beadmaker.
They seem like they're saying a lot of good things about
this. Beadmaker came out a year, almost 2 years before we ever even put our hands on it.
But people are still freaking out to this
it's
day
the
that
new
we
hype
bring it up at
product
all.
Of 2018. Well, it came out in 2016, so I don't really know.
It's fine, whatever.
Yeah, well, whatever.
And they wonder why we keep using it. It's because of the experience, man.
Yeah.
It's all about the experience.
Don't worry, they'll do that. They'll do that
do
when we
pretty
launch
much
next
anything.
one.
Yeah.
Vigor Auto Detailing says, Joe says, so I got the okay from my wife to move to Boise. Oh my gosh. Wow, it's happening. I'm very excited for the
hard to do a cross-country trip with 2 children.
Right?
He says he's very excited to become the new fourth. Don't worry. Man. I'm in it to win it, unlike Morgan. Wow,
Ooh,
Joe.
Shots fired.
That really says a lot, honestly.
Let's get this picture down.
Honestly,
get the
let's be real. Joe's a better dancer, right?
Yeah.
We've seen his dance moves.
We have. He fits well in a Dixon flannel.
He fits extremely well in Dixon flannel. He knows how to foam. He's just, honestly, he's got good jokes, too.
He does have good jokes.
So
Joe's got it.
Joe, don't get our hopes up.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting. Levi's leaving the front door unlocked. Dane's leaving the front door unlocked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep. Anthony hasn't told us where he lives yet.
I haven't told you guys where he lived yet, so that's pretty much that.
I found it.
All right, so here we go. Moving on to the next question.
Oh, Yoshi.
We have Yoshi says, I figured out the mystery of All Day Anthony and Anthony. They're actually twins. What?
It's like in The Prestige.
I love that movie, by the way.
Where they keep saying it's twins, and everyone's like, he's got a double, and they're like, no, he does it. It's magic. And the one guy's like, no, he has to do it with a double. And he's like,
no, because he's missing a finger, and they have all these sacrifices they've made.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin that movie for anybody. Guys, if you haven't seen The Prestige, right?
It's a Christopher Nolan movie.
It is a freaking good movie. It is a
great
very good
Christopher Nolan movie.
Just let it happen. Don't try to figure it out, but
just enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
And if that's just not your bag, you always have your friends Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger in a little thing called twins.
Okay, that's not the same.
That is not the same at
all. Next question. We've got
Grio's Garage G8 versus Rupes LHR 75. Which one?
I'd take the 75 all day just because I like that tool better than some of the cheaper ones that I've used.
Well, some people would argue the warranty. I guess Grio's I think Grio's
does have a good warranty.
They have a good warranty, lifetime warranty. The LHR 75, I don't think you can kill that thing. Honestly, I don't think you can kill that 3-inch machine, man. We've put ours through hell and back, and it's been pretty fantastic.
Pretty hardy.
It puts up with a lot. We got Mike here.
58 today here in Montreal. Very nice. Nice and chilly.
Alkaline.
Anthony, did you coat the Dodge with C1 already? If so, was the process any different for single stage paint? ?
No. So we did. We coated it in C1, topped it with XO, hit all of the trim in C4 and XO, right?
Man.
Wheels are wearing C5, right? Yeah. I have Koch Chemi Motorplast on my fender wells, right? Which was pretty wild. And I'm trying to think. We didn't coat the windows though, did we?
No, we did some clarity cream on the glass.
Clarity cream on the glass.
Polished out the glass because there was some hazing.
I cleaned the windows with Beadmaker after that.
Put a new windshield in it.
New windshield. Dude, you'll see the video coming up out here this Saturday, but you'll see the whole process. Well, the first part of the process, there's more to it, but
yeah, I think we broke.
Now we just need to get the AC working.
Dude, I just need the AC working. You know, I got new headlights on it, but so C1, same application process on single stage as you would on clear, and honestly, our temperatures, like we were working in ideal coating temp because we had pretty much a lot of working time with C1. It wasn't like a race or a rush to get these things off. I think that the way the truck panels were and how the product was reacting to the surface just gave us more time than we thought we had. And so it wasn't rough to remove, wasn't sticky, it wasn't anything. It went on really easily. We paint prepped the entire truck. We didn't have any hangups. I can't think of one.
No, and I remember thinking I could go farther. We could have done the whole truck without having to remove it.
Yeah.
We could have gone all the way around, then come back and removed it. It was perfect temperature for that.
I'm not saying that that's going to be the same for everybody. It's just our temperature in the studio on that day, everything that
worked
day.
Out perfect.
Yeah,
happened.
that's sure not every day.
The stars aligned to where it was a really easy job.
Scott Matern.
Scott.
Any advice for washing settled ash off of cars? Yes, it was snowing and burning here in Colorado. That's right. The gates of hell have opened, and it's not nice. Wash it off. Just literally hit it with a hose. Rinse it off. It's the easiest way to wash ash off. It's not volcanic ash. It's just tree ash. So,
Icy hot.
Yeah.
Mike Spina.
Any updates on Anthony? Any updates, son? Anthony's secret sauce for sealant coated tails.
Oh. We're getting there, man. I want to say.
You're
getting
very
there. We're
far
close.
along.
You know
We're
probably,
probably
do you know how many emails I've gotten about this? I can't
it's
even
insane,
believe
I
it.
bet.
You guys totally
Send those emails to Anthony at theragcommittee.com or Dane.
So guys, it is quite
You won't
it
answer
is
them, though.
quite
I'm helpful,
literally
but I won't
a
help on that
secret
one.
sauce. It is not some combination. It is a secret sauce.
When we have it, you guys will know.
And when we have it, you guys will know. But it's been killing it, man. Like I've been doing so many loads of laundry.
Yep.
I've been bringing old towels back to life that I thought were dead.
He's a necromancer back there by the washing machine.
I am.
Towel
That
necromancer.
liquidator was dead.
Oh, he destroyed a liquidator on purpose.
Dead. Like it was used on the shop floor
and then washed
on paint
it.
stains or something
Yeah,
crazy.
and then washed it, and we
When
were like,
Jeff saw it, he was like, "That's not the same towel."
You thought it was
Jeff
a new
thought you went and
towel.
just grabbed a new towel out of the
And
stock.
he was like, "Are you serious?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Yeah,
we
this
were
is the real deal, man."
blown away.
So it's pretty cool. All right, continuing.
Well, way to
on.
tease him. Now they're just going to be more mad.
Continuing on.
Hey, it's got to be better. Okay, Scoop Master. Hope Levi write a book. Call it 1,000 Uses of Lacquer Thinner. Part 1. I will buy it on his first in-store signing.
Very
okay,
nice.
so you got to
Thank
be
you.
there in person
Appreciate it.
signing at the
I
table.
have to go down to Puerto Rico.
Yes. Alkaline Top Hat.
It's currently 69 in San Antonio. Giggity. Nice.
Nice.
Easy temperature. Great for our friends hanging out down there.
Yeah.
Rectangle. Sup, guys? Just when 2020 could not get any worse, there's a shortage of Jay-Z engines. Low stock left in Japan, and prices have skyrocketed. That's
what
because everyone's
happens.
getting their Jay-Z's done before the world ends.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
better ask Morgan McMurray. I hear she's got a line on Jay-Z engines now.
Yeah, it's not great, but she's got one.
Terry,
And Terry.
have you tried Gion wet coat and then a Beatmaker topper? We haven't, Terry. It's a great idea. We'll have to
Interesting.
get some
Wow.
Gion and try it.
Do you have experience with that?
Yeah.
All right, we got Lars.
Lars coming in and says alkaline top hat, 2 to 3 depending on how dirty it is.
Nice. That's what we thought.
Cool.
John Hole, super chat.
Whoa.
Wow.
10 pounds from John Hole, Rag Company, UK, Clean and Shiny, UK. John Hole saying, hey guys, have a Bang energy drink each on me.
Are you getting a Miami Cola?
I'm going to get a Miami
You
Cola.
dog.
Banging
Are
that
getting-
Miami Cola. I had one yesterday.
You are.
I didn't
Wow.
have one
Dane,
today,
what
but-
flavor are you getting?
Oh, you know what? Miami Cola. I love RC Cola, so Miami Cola speaks to me.
Wow,
Yeah.
Dane,
I'm
I
with
thought
you.
you'd be
I
different.
think if
Well, see,
it's
I
almost
have these
time
other
for a
drinks.
break.
what about the
like.
cotton candy? Blue
See, I'm
Raz.
not. You're a cotton candy guy.
No, I'm not.
a cotton
I'm not.
candy guy.
I'm not even
Who's
starting.
Every
Go out and
detailing
get us
product
those bangs
scent,
right now. We
you
got an hour left.
constantly
Do you
go
even,
towards
do you
cotton
even
candy.
know what my favorite Bang flavor is?
No, you bounce
What?
around all the time.
Is it
I bounce
unicorn
around.
something or other?
No, it's not the unicorn blood, right? I like the sour heads.
Oh, of
Sour,
course
of
you
course,
do.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know
that
me,
makes
guys.
sense.
Gummy
So you're like
candy.
Augie. You're like Augie, like sour and gummy.
Dude, I love sour, man. I'm gonna give Augie. Has he had a warhead yet?
Oh yeah.
Dang it! I want to give him
That'll-
his first. I want to give him
yeah.
his first like crazy sour candy.
You still can.
Okay.
He's always adventurous for
man.
sour candies.
All
It's
right.
like his favorite thing. That's where he lives.
Well.
Thank you, John. So any of you guys needing to pick up anything and you're in the UK, check out cleanandshiny.co.uk.
Yeah.
Check out John and the fine selection of Rag Company microfibers available from Clean and Shiny UK. So those of you that are wondering, John is our UK representative for the Rag Company.
Yes, he is. G. Davis says Levi should have his own TRC show called Show to Talk only about loins. Yeah,
Just
that's
loins.
a great idea. Loins.
Yeah, loins. I think it's just
Hot loin talk.
Yeah, no.
Levi's loins.
No.
Good.
Loin vi.
Lars,
Okay.
when we talk about TRC Europe, then a reference to the podcast with Patrick and me, which we talk to detailers in Europe. So this is another thing that they do. If you guys can check out, it's called Detailing Talks. And it is a podcast that Lars and Patrick from Rag Company Europe do. And they interview detailers in Europe. So big detailers, if you guys are wanting to learn more about other detailers around, and they do it in English.
They do
Yeah.
English, yeah.
So, yes, our
Patrick's Dutch, Lars is German, and they interview a lot of folks from all over. And they do it all in English. And you can check it out on YouTube, and you can download the episodes on YouTube. You can watch them, check them out. They're really cool. So they've been doing these detailing talks. So go there, check them out.
Some people said they like hearing Lars say leather, right?
They do.
Laser.
He says it a lot.
Says
So you
laser.
get, so you get to hear laser like all the time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
moving
so
on.
before we move
Yeah,
on,
oh, sorry,
it is
Dan.
break time,
What?
actually. As a matter of
Already?
fact,
You know
it
what?
is
Let's
time.
get Jimmy to go get us those bangs.
Let's
Oh,
Jimmy.
this
We
is
need
how
some
it
bang it up.
happens. Okay, guys, we'll be right back.
Really though, we should get some bangs. I'm yawning over here.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company, and I wanted to direct you over to our FAQ channel. Now, our FAQ channel is our way of answering all those questions you had as quickly and efficiently as possible. The FAQ channel is very simple. From whether you're just starting out detailing, you need to learn how to wash a car, or maybe you have a question on what a rinseless wash is, or something as simple as how do I wash my microfiber towels, you'll be able to find it at the Rag Company FAQ channel.
If you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how long can you store Optimum No Rinse inside of a bucket for?
The difference between an open cell and a closed cell foam pad.
Should I wash my microfiber towels after using a spray sealant? So we're going to be answering that question and more in today's FAQ video.
Well, there you have it. Hopefully now you know a little bit more about the FAQ channel, and if you're looking for it, go to YouTube and type in the Rag Company FAQ and make sure you subscribe so that you'll be aware whenever a new video comes out. Now, if you didn't see your question answered, feel free to send us an email or leave a comment right there on a video, and we will be sure to add that to our next video. So hopefully you enjoyed it, and can't wait to see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. Wanted to tell you about this coming week's Wash Wednesday. That's right, Anthony gets in depth in some dirty wheel cleaning and does a rinseless wash on Tyler's bag Mustang. Now, this Mustang's actually really sweet, and I was surprised that it was even on bags because it's that cool. So you're gonna have to tune in, you're gonna have to watch. Maybe you got that friend that's been wondering about rinseless washes. This is the episode for them. So make sure you head on over to the Rag Company YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you smack that bell so you're always notified when a new Wash Wednesday episode drops. And you know, we got a bunch of those episodes. You could literally just sit and binge all those Wash Wednesday episodes. Grab yourself a frosty beverage, sit down, hang out on the couch, grab your favorite pet, maybe your favorite girl. Enjoy the antics of Anthony Fisher. And as always, we'll catch you next time. We'll see you.
Oh, what's going on, guys? Yeah, so you see me holding the hybrid here. Well, funny thing, we actually have a video coming out this Saturday on the Rag Company YouTube channel where even I get in on the action. I actually do some polishing. And if I may say so myself, I don't do a bad job even. I actually get the chrome, really clean it up, and you're asking, on what, Dane? What truck? What vehicle? Well, it is a truck. It's Anthony's Dodge Ram. You've probably seen this thing when he did his crazy interior video. Nasty caramel milkshake, whatever business going on in that thing. It was nasty. But the exterior, you're probably looking at that and thinking, hey, detailing channel, you're gonna do the outside too eventually, right? Well, we did. And yeah, there's some fun stuff if you check out this video coming out this Saturday. So without further ado, here's a little preview of what you can expect to find 9 a.m. this Saturday on the Rag Company YouTube channel. Roll it. Yeah, so as you can see, a lot happens in this video. It's gonna be a fun one. I know you can look forward to it. So yeah, make sure you're looking out for it on the Rag Company channel on Saturday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So whatever time you are, just, you know, base it off of the 9 Mountain Time and you'll be able to find it when it releases. And make sure you leave a comment. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. That way you'll get notified when new videos come out. Obviously, you want to do that. But make sure you click the bell as well, because that's how you're actually going to get the notifications. So, with all that said, back to the show. Welcome back, everybody.
Woo!
It's good to be
the
back.
introduction of Papa Chrome, and he's going to be hitting it hard come Saturday morning.
You're gonna
Get
see
ready.
Dane taking on some chrome, man.
Oh,
It's one of the few times
Papa
I've
Chrome
actually
don't
been
mess like that.
Yeah.
proud with the result.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah, don't. We started saying
Papa Chrome's going to be hitting them
Careful
truck
with that
stops
one, boys.
Papa Chrome don't
all
mess
over-
like that, is what we kept saying.
all right, yeah,
all
ours is a
over
little
the
less.
US.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get ready.
friendly.
Papa Chrome, baby.
Oh man. Okay, so any rate, we have got a bunch of questions to get to here. But is there anything you guys want to touch on before we get moving again?
Just that it's great to see Papa Chrome back in action,
Well,
bringing joy to all those fellow truck drivers around the world.
Yeah.
it's really,
You know,
it's really
Honestly,
thoughtful.
you can actually find Dane at your local truck stop, right? Polishing
Polishing-
chrome.
polishing
Deep
chrome.
Oh, no.
Polishing chrome.
tow hitches.
Yep. But
Wheels,
he is expensive.
tanks.
He is expensive.
Mud flaps.
And they're going to be like, why is he sitting down polishing all these things? We're like, because he does his best work.
I do my
sitting.
best work sitting down. It's
That's
true.
what he does. All right.
So
Here we go.
on that note,
Bringing the
we are
heat.
back in the game.
Prestige Detailing Studio. Coach Kimmy just got released in Australia, and I am well impressed with the entire lineup. Polishing system is definitely one to check out for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
It's blowing my mind. So, G. Davis, for those on the Facebook group, someone got a pic of Dane at the local truck stop mentioned earlier.
Are we
If
just
you're not
calling
a
all
fan of
gas
the,
stations truck stops now?
Podcast discussion group, Rag Company podcast discussion group. Please go on there and
We-
join.
I'm
I think
afraid
we're
to look.
1,300 members strong on that,
Actually,
man.
it's a very
The group
big
has gotten
group.
bigger than I honestly thought it would get.
It is a
So,
big group.
If you're not in
and-
there,
and what I love
should
is
be.
everybody's on the same page, right? There's nobody that's not on the same page, because if they go in there and try to stir things up, they get flamed immediately,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's
we're there to have fun, guys.
So it's everybody that's there to have fun, and we love that.
You
It's
can
a good
ask real
environment.
questions, but there's got to be a degree of fun.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
And Alkaline Toe Pat. Thank you, Lars.
Oh,
Followed
our big
by-
friend Despacito Z34 Beretta 5-1 brake buster and an
He's gonna
IK
hate
foamer.
that.
No, don't do
yeah.
that.
Yeah, don't.
10 to 1. 10 to 1. 10 to 1.
One of us. One of us.
No, whenever
Goopy,
you're
goopy, one
so
of
whenever you're
us.
pumping an IK foamer, right? The general rule is generally 10 to 1 unless you're
10
using
to
a
1.
car soap, right? So 10 to 1. 10 to 1. tend to if you do that like 40
well,
times.
and then when you get
you'll have
when
a
you get
aired
up to your
sprayer.
Feed it
Z34
into your
Beretta,
head.
you're able to get a nice, proper, even stream.
Yes, yeah,
Shot of foam
yeah.
in there.
Well,
All right, Jeff C. I saw a video from Jace Price saying to use a speed of 5 to 6 when using the last cut. Do you use
The
that? Or do you
last cut
stay down
plus
around 3 to 4
The
unless
last
you need to
cut
increase?
plus
So that's
is
on
5 to 6.
Yeah, that's on last cut plus.
Yes, the original last cut you can use any. I mean, literally from whatever range you want to use. But the last cut plus is designed for high speed and fast finishing. It's very fast.
yeah.
Taking advantage of the cooler temps to
Yeah.
cut fast and finish well.
Carissa Thomas. What's up, Carissa? Hi, we're having a problem with heavy ash from the California fires. It's hard to remove with a regular wash. Should I add APC to the foam? You can. A lot of it though is just it's just ash. So it's just you're going to need a lot more scrubbing power, cleaning power, so you may have to wash twice. You may have to add a little more soap. You may have to add a little bit of APC if you'd like. Point is there's a lot of it's just going to be a heavier wash. That's all. So
Anthony
all right.
read ahead to the one I pointed out.
John
to him
Roberts.
earlier. He's out of control. Any rate,
Beat finishing combos, pads and compounds on, hard, soft, sticky paint. Cheers, chaps. So the
Dude,
best finishing combos,
good.
pads and compound. Honestly, you can't go wrong with last cut,
No.
the blue coarse Rupes pad,
oh yeah,
and either a yellow foam from Rupes or an orange HDO pad. Honestly, that will kill 90% of the game right
It
there. That
knocks
combo
out virtually
on
everything.
a Rupes 15.
You said the coarse wool, not
Coarse-
not
coarse
not
wool.
the foam. Yeah, not
Blue
the foam.
coarse
yeah,
wool
Yeah, yeah blue
in
coarse
either
wool.
yellow foam or orange HDO.
Yes. Yep, done.
Yeah,
That
looking
will
for
kill
finished combo.
90%.
Yeah,
You'll
I haven't
get
really come
everything.
across
90% of the
anything that-
vehicles. Not 90% of your defects, but 90% of your vehicles.
Yeah, big difference.
It's a
Important
go-to,
difference.
yeah.
Alkaline Towpad Anthony response: trying to kill 3-inch machines. Is this a passion project?
Well,
Just
their
preparing-
hands are bigger than
I'm
his
preparing
hands.
for the
He doesn't-
future.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen iRobot.
The little hands are
I've
angry.
seen
They're
Yeah.
fighting back.
Transformers.
Yeah.
I need. It's the little machines you have to worry about the most.
Yeah, they combine forces.
They can. It's very true, Dane.
John Roberts.
We already did that one.
Oh, yep. You just followed up again. And Mike Spina, the words,
Two
the gospel,
G's, no S.
Say no more. We already
Yes.
understand, Mike.
Josh Davey.
Shakespearean.
Have you tried any Auto Finesse products? Yeah, Josh, I used them a long time ago. I like them, but they're a great product line, but they're not really all that available here in the U.S. anymore.
Right.
They're great, cool products. They're neat looking products. I love their marketing.
Their
styling.
aesthetic is
Um,
on point.
But I haven't actually gotten to use a lot of products in almost 8 years. So
All right, we got Mike's Auto Detailing.
hello,
Simply saying
everyone.
hello.
What's up, dude?
Thanks, bud. We got
Here we go.
G.
I haven't read
Davis.
this yet, so
Oh, it's a journey.
G. Davis saying in his early 20s, Anthony's secret sauce consisted of chloroform and Ralph Lauren's Polo Cologne.
So, so
the stuff
he's
nightmares
not,
are
he's
made
not
of.
far off, right? Because
Oh,
and
no,
the reason
don't
why
say that.
No, listen, Dane. Because I did in my early 20s, right? I wore Polo Black. That was my cologne of choice, right? It was like a 40-year-old's cologne that I wore in my early 20s. Didn't make any sense, right?
yeah.
I'm
But it
like,
made
why
you
am I-
different.
It's because you were young.
I'm
and you
like,
just like the scent.
why am I wearing Polo Black, right? I actually still like that scent, and I liked it until I found that my father-in-law also wears it, and it just hasn't been the same since, right?
No.
I
You're a Polo Black man too.
because I
okay.
think of him now whenever I smell it, I'm just like, I don't
Maybe
want to be
that's why-
thinking of my
maybe
father-in-law.
that's one of the things that maybe your wife liked about you is
Oh,
it reminded you
no.
of her dad.
Wow, way
No,
to just give him crippling anxiety
Just
the next time
saying,
he
some
sees
girls,
him.
some girls.
God,
marry-
Levi, no.
No, I'm just saying.
No, this
some girls
early
marry guys-
20s. I
Okay.
met my wife in my later
Oh,
20s.
all
Yeah,
right,
so
all
I
right.
didn't
You're in
even
a
have
different
that
cologne era.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Really
Just,
moving
you
on.
never know.
My tastes have changed. Have you smelled my recent?
I have not.
No,
I was going to say, I don't walk around sniffing people, so
Sorry.
maybe this is just...
My creation is what I was talking about, not my recent creation, but my all-day Anthony.
Oh, well,
creation.
Yes, I have.
That's a
It's
crime
not-
against
that's-
humanity.
that is a
what
crime
that
against
was.
humanity.
It is.
Needs to be
They
left
made a
in the
woman
woods.
throw up.
A pregnant
A
woman.
pregnant
at that.
woman, she threw up.
Literally, somebody asked for it to be spritzed on their invoice, and you guys actually did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to put in any orders in the comment section, make sure you ask for a spritz
Of
the
Anthony's custom
all-day
cologne.
Anthony cologne, and we will make sure we get that.
1
to
star,
you.
do not recommend.
Yeah.
SoCal W212.
SoCal W212. What the machine do you recommend for beginners? I take great care of my cars, just haven't got into polished compound yet. So, a DA machine that we recommend for beginners. Honestly, starting yourself out, pick up either the Harbor Freight dual action polisher or pick up a Porter Cable 7424.
Yes.
Good machine. All right. Mike Spina saying, smash that like, people.
He speaks the truth. What can I say?
G. Davis, I did enjoy the commercial break video with Dane menacingly shaking that Rupes
Do that thing.
hybrid. That was the, just so all of you know, that's Papa Chrome's new weapon of choice.
It is.
I did love me some long neck hybrid action on the chrome there. It really worked.
You were making a mess.
You came over and you're like, I can't
covered
spray.
There
covered
is
me
really
with that.
metal
There was
polish.
metal polish all over
along
me.
the side of the truck.
But
like,
Anthony,
how?
Like he was
Anthony,
mud bogging, but it was
Anthony,
backwards.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it, Dane. You
Okay.
did a great job.
There was a lot of cleanup involved afterwards.
I'm glad to
Story of Dane's life. G. Davis, I saw that message before you retracted it. My word, how dare you?
Oh. Back to G.
And then
Davis.
back to G. Davis saying
And
he did
again.
enjoy it. Just fixing a typo. I stand by my comments.
Oh, well. There we
What
go.
is the best
We're caught up.
combo for a one-stage polish? So for one stage or single stage is what I'm assuming what you're talking about, Terry. Best combo for single stage. Gosh, it really depends on the single stage and how well you can get it to come back. If it's a very damaged single stage, you're going to have a lot harder issues like us when we were working on Anthony's truck. That was very damaged old single stage. We had to clean a lot of what is actually just dirt and oxidation out
dirty
of the
paint.
car. Once we got that out, then it started to clean up a little bit. Now, if this was, I've had some single stage paints that just need that oxidation first layer removed and they're good to go. Those I really like using a rotary, wool, and something as simple as last cut. And that's it. Not finishing it with anything else, just knocking all that out, getting it as shiny as it possibly can be and calling it good. I do always recommend hitting it a second time, but most of the time a rotary is going to cut through the oxidation on a single stage much faster than a dual action, so you don't have that issue. However, you can work on some of those with a dual action. You just got to be careful because you can burn through and patina the paint quite quickly. So,
It jumped ahead. Don't mind me.
Aaron's, how long does Beadmaker last if you replace the Uno Protect sealant? It's basically you're replacing one for the other.
Yeah.
So the Uno Protect sealant is supposed to last about almost 3 months. Once it's fully cured, waiting 20 minutes and wiping it off, then waiting 4 hours before getting it wet, letting that sealant cure up. Now, you could put Beadmaker on top of that, and then you've basically, technically, in theory, bought yourself 6 months of protection,
Yeah.
if not longer. Or you skip the curing process of the protective sealant in Uno by immediately applying Beadmaker to the surface. You get the gloss, the slickness of Beadmaker on top of Uno Protect, and you only get about 3 to 4 months out of it. Does that make sense? So it's really just in what the car can actually handle and what you feel like you can do. So,
Well, there were a lot of people asking that question after the video, so I understand why it comes up.
so
Oop, not that one. Every time I'm about to click, a new comment appears, so then it kicks it down.
Alfred just says ammo skin. I don't know what that was in response to.
I'm not sure either.
McGuire or Aaron's, can it be sealed with McGuire's fast finish? It's like OptiSeal. Yeah, you can. I'm sure you can try it. Just be careful.
Finish is aerosol.
Oh, it's an aerosol. Yeah, I'd probably stay away from an aerosol. It's not like OptiSeal. OptiSeal is not an aerosol.
Overspray is not fun.
Yeah.
G. Davis.
Dane's truck stop theme was
no.
long neck action.
Anyway, John Roberts here says,
Black
pull a black
Beadmaker.
Beadmaker. Discuss.
Yeah, I don't know if there's much to discuss there. Alkaline Trio says, my takeaway from this Q&A is that Levi always recommends hitting it a second time.
Well,
Generally, just to see if it's right for you, right?
Yeah, that's all. I've always done everything.
First time could be a fluke.
Sometimes you don't remember the first time.
Oh. Okay.
Well, I always
remember what you did.
I like giving
So
customers
counts
a lot of value for their money.
W212.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Wants
a
to
double dip
know.
is just all right. It's just enough.
I got you.
Some people feel like they're just left without,
Dessert.
yeah.
Say no more.
SoCal wants to know your thoughts on Colonite 845.
You got to warm it up.
Yep. Warm it up. Get a nice little bowl of warm water. Get it to where you can actually shake it up, right?
Yeah.
Some people
Makes it a lot easier to apply.
They like to warm it up and then put a sprayer head in it,
Yeah.
right? And then they can apply it with a sprayer head to an applicator.
Just remember, it was designed to cover electrical box panels, not paint on your car.
Oh, it's
So.
true.
It was.
Yoshi.
True story.
What is Dane's CB handle?
Let's pop a chrome.
Papa
It is
Chrome.
Papa Chrome.
I guess that's
No,
what
what's going to
going
happen
with.
is we're going to go on the CB radio and we're going to ask for Papa Chrome. And he's
Oh,
going to be
no.
like, Papa Chrome is here.
Oh,
and we're going to be like, he's going to meet
No,
me here.
You and me are going to
Yeah.
have our CBs on the
Yeah.
Suburban and the
no.
Ram, and all of a sudden Dane's going to
Okay,
have one
Levi,
too.
I will genuinely put the CB radio back on my Ram if you put one on the Suburban.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Will we get
Man.
the distance? What kind of distance can we
I
get
don't know.
on
We
those?
should find out. We've got until next Wednesday to get it done.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Oh,
We got to
boy.
go up in the mountains and shoot some
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, we do.
We do. We have
true.
some very important videos coming
We're going to be
up.
able to
We need to
be
get
able
some
to get in
shots
touch.
of like me. Yeah, that'd be super cool.
For a second there, I couldn't tell if he was mimicking a CB or if he was mimicking an inhaler.
It's a walkie-talkie.
Because his next question is about poor air quality.
Have you heard about California fires? I've seen pictures of ashes covering cars. Yes. That's pretty normal, man.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Alkaline tow pad. Oh, no. Moving along. Sharon?
Sharon, what is the best way to clean microfibers used with bead makers? Soaking in 126 diluted O&R enough? No. No, Sharon, I'd probably use some Power Clean to get that going. So, G. Davis.
Oh, no.
Dane's CB handle is Stone Hennen, a.k.a. the face kicker.
This sounds like a made-up thing, but there was a time when my first name was almost Stone as a child.
Yeah, I actually have a
I-
Stone family member. First
I
name
dodged
Stone.
that bullet, but then again, that might have been kind of cool.
Or
I
no,
don't know.
last name.
Kid
I
named
have a
Stone get
Atlas
picked on.
Stone.
I kind of feel like he would.
Yeah. Bangs incoming.
Uh-oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jimmy.
that.
Check that out. What do you
Ooh,
get?
lemon drop.
Lemon drop for Dane.
Look at
Buddy.
that. So,
Thank
courtesy
you.
of our good buddy, John Hole, we got our bangs, homie.
Wow. That was
Appreciate
pretty
it.
nice.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Wow.
That was fast service, bud.
Time to wake me up inside, Evanescence. Am I right?
That's right. Wake me up.
Before you go. Okay.
Different song, Dane.
So,
I know.
Aaron's is the next one, talking about fast finish, the next two. So, he's saying spray to no microfiber towel, no buffing required. Now, Aaron, I will say I've only seen demo videos on how to use fast finish. I just worry when you put something in a sprayer that it may have a solvent in it, and that solvent will negate the waxes that you've already put in with Uno Protect. That's my concern.
That's true.
So just be leery of that. I'm not saying it may not work. It might work beautifully. Try it. That's the beauty of it. You try it. I just know that we've been using Uno Protect. We've been using CTV3 with it. We've been using Bead Maker with it. They both work flawlessly. So, man, John, thank you for these. These are great.
Yes, that was extremely thoughtful. We really
This is like
appreciate it.
kicking in right when I needed it too.
Yeah, you always
getting my
kind of have that
second-
sophomore slump the second
I'm
hour.
getting
You're
my
kinda like
second
a little
wind
tired.
right now, and this is pretty nice. Hopefully, we'll be able to be sponsored by Bang Energy Drinks. So we'll be
Thankfully,
more
they're sold
productive.
by our friends at PepsiCo.
No way, a PepsiCo partner?
Yeah,
That's amazing.
really great. One of these days, I can't wait till we get to become a PepsiCo partner. But like you said, hopefully we're sponsored by them someday. Be great.
Man, what a dream. Moving on here. So we got Justin says, spent too much on the Labor Day sale to get freebies.
Did he
Any
though?
idea when you'll be doing what you'll be doing for Black Friday? So we have a couple ideas for Black Friday. We have a couple other really cool sale ideas before then. Enjoy, right? Enjoy the
Yeah.
stuff you got.
Yeah.
Use it, right? And we want people we don't want people to continually think that they have to keep buying every single thing.
You spent too much to get freebies.
Play with the toys. He's like, I spent too much money to get the freebies, right? Like not like a bad thing, right? He's like, I spent too much. Yeah, well, that's the point of the freebies, right? Is to get a bonus, right? But basically, So give it some time. Enjoy what you got. Enjoy the freebies, and we'll have some pretty cool stuff coming up.
Yeah. There we go. So Terry, glad I changed to PNS Buster on your recommendation. Glad I've changed. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
It's fun.
Glad you enjoyed it.
It's fun to use. Aaron's.
Would you use O&R to remove the ashes or soap and water? Honestly, you could use O&R. It's not going to hurt anything.
No.
You're probably going to have to pre-soak again. But you could use soap and water. It's not going to, either way, you're going to have to, some ashes are stickier than others. Some cars have some pollen or something else that's stuck to the surface and sap, and then the ash gets stuck to that. So it just depends on where the cars are at, how they're cared for.
Yeah. So depending on where you're located, the ash can vary a lot. Depending on if it's a forest or if you're in a more urban area, you might have buildings that burn, something like that. It can definitely change. Terry. Go.
Saying again, glad I changed the PNS Brake Buster on your recommendation. You're welcome, man.
Thank you.
All right, big question here. Dan asking us, now that TRC carries MDR, G-Technic W9, Coach Chemi FSE, what roles do you suggest all three products serve in a detailer's cabinet? It seems like there's a lot of function overlap with them. On paper, yes.
Yep.
MDR is safe for coatings, and it is arguably probably the safest, lightest mineral deposit remover.
Yeah.
So
in this sense that, yes, it will break down minerals, but it doesn't really work. It doesn't always work properly for the surface that you're working on.
Well, basically, MDR, while it will remove the deposits, right? It'll remove the calcium, it'll remove the magnesium.
Yep.
It will not remove the etch in most cases, right? And that's
it doesn't get deep.
It doesn't get deep enough, and that's kind of the biggest part. Is that I think that maybe this could just be me, right? But in Memphis, right, where they create all these products, right, where Dr. G is creating MDR, right? Their hard water may be different from our hard water that we have here. So maybe what I'm assuming is that formula for MDR worked wonders, right? In Tennessee, worked amazing, and it got rid of all the hard water minerals and all of that. But for Idaho, with our mineral deposits, ours are just so much worse that I think that this product can't quite cut that. But that's the weird thing. MDR is super hit and miss because
some cars it works great on.
For some people, it's like, oh my God, it solved all my problems. For other people, it's like, this didn't work as well as I was hoping. And it's just, it's super situational. And I think it really just depends on the minerals. And that's MDR, right? Yeah. G-Technic is kind of like...
You got water spots. You need to get them off. You use W9.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
W9.
Doesn't matter if they've been on there a year. Doesn't matter if they've been on there a month. Doesn't matter if they've been on there 10 years.
And that's a big differentiator.
It will remove it
in this scenario.
If it is true hard water without an insane etch, it will remove those. No questions asked. I mean, and the other thing too, W9 also coating safe. It's been tested on G-Technic coatings, but it is in theory coating safe. Well, that's what the brand is tested for.
Coatings are designed for heavy chemical resistance.
It's in W9. So, so it is coating safe, but it is a killer product, man. I mean, it's been able to cut through everything that we have here in Idaho. And then lastly, Koch Chemi FSE. This is a different product than those other two.
This is, remember guys, in the quick detailer with lime scale remover. So perfect opportunity. Our very own Josh Petro.
Yes.
International Business Development here at the Rag Company. Walked up to me the other day and said, "Hey, did you hear what happened to my truck?" And I said, "No." He had his truck all polished out, looking sharp, looking great. Got it all loaded, go up to the cabin. Said the night before he had parked his truck too close to his sprinklers because he was getting it ready and getting it loaded. Whole right side of his truck got hit with the sprinklers.
Plastic.
He didn't notice it that morning.
Covered in water spots.
Covered in water spots. He finished loading his truck, piled his wife and kids in it, all that stuff. They headed up to the cabin. He said when he was unloading the truck, he saw that whole side covered in hard water spots. And he was like, Now, he's gone 5-6 days with those water spots.
Yep.
He was like, could I use a product like FSE? And I said, yeah, you could literally just wash your truck and wipe it down with FSE and they should all come off because it's only a short time period and the truck's already clean and protected.
Yep.
And that's what it's for. Just quick wipe down, get all that taken care of, looking
The
sharp.
whole appeal is you use it
for
and you
newer-
don't have to follow up with anything
It's for
else.
newer water spots, right? Because that's the problem, is that we're all left in this really, like, when we have a coated car, we have a nice car, we have a freshly polished car, right? And then we get hit with hard water. We are in this weird area of, what do I do?
Yeah.
And how many products do I use to figure this out? Because the end, you know, the final thing that you can do is always compounding and polishing. But that's the emergency room. We don't want to go to the emergency room.
Yeah.
We want to say, is
So
there
we put a
any
Band-Aid on it.
is there a medicine? Is there
Clean
a
it out, put a
prescription we
Band-Aid,
can get? What
real
can we
quick.
do? And that's when people are like, water spots, use some distilled white vinegar, right? You use that. Nah, it doesn't really do the job. Use this. And you go through all these different things. And over time, you are probably either marring your paint, you're degrading your coating, you're doing all this stuff, and you're causing more harm than you need to. And then that's when FSC is introduced, and you say, hey, coating safe. This is literally a quick detailer. You don't have to rinse it. You don't have, you literally spray it on, wipe it off. And then you're like, that's it. And unaffected the coating, plenty of lubrication. You're not marring the paint. You're not softening the clear. You're not causing any damage. It's just,
But it really works.
It's
That's
the
what's so
thing
great.
that we all need in our detailing cabinet. No question asked.
It's the kind of thing that would travel with you in the car if you had like a ready kit,
Dude,
something like that.
This is
That's
like
a killer
I mean,
addition.
but you remember I told you that
bag.
one time. We went to, I think we went to like Bardonnay or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'd bought my motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
My Triumph, parked it in an area that I thought was safe, right? It was next to like this rock bank, right? The rock bank had sprinklers in it. Sprinklers started going off. I walk out to my bike covered in water, and I'm like, oh my God. And on a hot bike that just burns in.
And
And the bike is black.
So I had to go home. I had to evaluate. I had to do all this stuff. I had to mix up. I did MDR. I did all these things to try to get it to the best of my abilities. But if I would have had FSE, I would have said, yeah, I don't really care. I'm going home, spraying this thing down with FSE, wiping it up, and calling it good.
Yeah.
It would have been the
alleviate the stress.
The stress wouldn't have been there. And I
So
wish.
there you go, Dan. Hopefully that helps. Break
Situation
those
calls
three.
for it.
John Hole saying, happy to help, guys. It's awesome that you got them in the show. So thank you,
Thank you,
John. We
John.
appreciate it, man. Aaron's PNS. I have PNS has Swirl Killer coffee. You should make Bead Maker juice. Make a blue and orange flavor.
Oh,
It's a
man.
great idea. We'll talk to Dave about that.
Yeah.
See if he can make something.
John Holt says you guys should ask Dave next time you speak to him about his bang
Well, I'm intrigued
experience.
now. I'm very intrigued.
wonder
We're
what
gonna have to
happened.
give him a call tomorrow
He
and
like
find out.
he
So-
collects a lot of hats and he likes sugary breakfast cereals, but I haven't heard about his propensity.
Dave is a connoisseur of energy drinks, right? He likes his, I think it's the monsters, the blue monsters, the
Okay.
Hawaiian looking ones, the
Yep.
kind of tropical looking ones. Or that might be John that likes those. But I'm guessing Dave probably drinks a couple monsters a day, right? And enjoys his energy drinks. I think that he couldn't handle the bang.
See, I find the bang is a cleaner burn than a
Do
monster.
you really?
Oh.
I actually, well, are you what, sugar-free monster? Because I think sugar-free
I
monster.
drink sugar-free. I drink the white monsters.
Really?
Yeah, I think this is a cleaner.
So
Cleaner
on
burn.
payday, Dane gets Red Bulls.
That's right. That's
So-
Dane's
so-
payday
'cause
treat
That's
to
Dane's
himself.
payday treat. He's like, I got a little money. He's like, I'm gonna opt for the more expensive energy
Yeah,
drink.
he
right?
buys like $12 worth of energy
It's
drinks. On
it's
that
when
day.
I start seeing
get
him
adrenaline
when I
shock.
see him drink an amp, I'm like,
He does get an
ooh.
adrenaline
I'm like,
shot.
I'm like scraping the bottom of the barrel there, Dane. Right, and you're like, yeah, the amps.
Here
are not
comes a
ideal.
million comments
Yeah.
about heart attacks and stuff. Don't worry, guys. We're
Dane's got a
well
strong
aware.
heart.
We keep Dane moving around the office, right?
Not enough. Okay, next question.
Ryan Ho, back to Breakbuster. What are your guys' recommended dilution ratios for minimal brake dust in dirt?
10 to 1,
10 to
5
1?
to 1. Yeah,
20 to 1?
yeah.
All right.
Alfredo Martinez, Krenzla 1322 TS.
What was that in response
I don't know what
to?
that means.
I don't know.
I mean,
That's like his
Krenzlas
favorite
are fun.
pressure washer.
Yeah.
Nice. Aaron says, I live in California in cities, Los Angeles. Not bad weather, but the sky is getting darker orange. Saw some sort of dust it caused in the valley.
It's
Yep.
because it's in the valley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's
Man.
been really hot for you guys lately too,
Yeah.
which hasn't helped things at all.
We got Scott Mattern coming in and says, what are each of your favorite detailing product and why is it better than competitive products you have used? Oh, that's
That's a really good question, Scott. I don't know if we can answer that.
Pick a favorite.
I'll just put
Favorite detailing product and why
Probably
is it
the
better
easiest. So for me, Bead Maker is still one of the easiest products with the most bang for your buck and the most amount of protection you possibly
Amen.
could get.
Amen.
Period. Out of anything. You know, my sister-in-law just bought a new car. Her words, she goes, "What do I do to keep my car looking shiny?" And I said, "How are you washing it?" She goes, "I got a pass for the Mr. Car Wash. I'm going to be driving it through twice a month."
No coatings for you.
And exactly. And it's white. So what was my thing? She doesn't like messing around. She doesn't like wasting time. I said, get a gallon of Bead Maker. I'll get you some towels. You'll get it put in a spray bottle. Just keep it in the back of the car with some towels. When you get out of the car wash, go pull up to the vacuum. Because I asked her, I go, do you pull over and vacuum it out? And she goes, always.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Well, when you do that, take 2 seconds, spray the car down with Bead Maker, dry it off,
Yep.
and that's it. That's all you need to do. And she's like, okay, good, because I'm going to have this car for like 2 or 3 years, which is what she does.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for her, that's a perfect, easy, quick
Low maintenance.
level of protection that she can do. And every 2 weeks, she'll just be reapplying it. So for me, I look at that now and go, oh, that's life-changing.
It's some of the biggest return on investment you can do because you're not spending a lot to get a result.
It's not a lot of time.
Yeah.
I mean, literally the time it takes you to walk around the car with a towel.
And if you get hung up on longevity, then you just go in like 2-3 weeks later. It's still fine. You just go put more on.
Like I said, she's going to run it through a car wash.
Yeah.
It's going through a machine wash. So for me, Bead Maker is always still that king.
Mm-hmm.
The new one that I'm really intrigued by is FSE.
Yeah, FSE is
That
fascinating
because it
stuff.
doesn't. Most products like that smell like acid.
They do.
Or leave
at
an
least like
acid
vinegary kind of smell.
Yeah, this doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So anybody else, you boys?
Dude, I think I'll speak for a lot of people when I say O&R is a life-changing product.
Yeah.
And in terms of, I've used
five products in my shop.
I've used N914. I've used Wipeout. I've used other rinseless washes. I can go down a list of everything that I've used.
But you
right?
keep going back.
And I keep going back to O&R. The only other product that next to O&R that I actually really enjoy using as a rinseless would be Wolfgang Uber, but O&R, man, is still king for me. Yeah. And there's a lot of people that are really, and here's the deal.
They're like aggressive.
They are aggressive about N914. They're like, no, this is the best thing you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
So one small argument I want to bring up about that, right? In terms of rinseless wash, people are always like, hey, this is the best rinseless wash because my solution is cleaner than it's ever been, right? My solution is so clean,
it's
right?
always been clean.
And so they always say, my solution is clean and blah, blah, blah.
My towel's clean.
My towel's clean, right? Or whatever argument they make,
it's not
right?
getting the gunk off the car like
and
my
so,
other O&R would.
So what I tell people, I'm like, guys, that dirt is going somewhere. There is no product, there's no chemical product, right? Especially something you want to be putting your hands in that is going to be strong enough to literally dissolve dirt to the point of you have pure, clean water. That dirt is going somewhere, right? Whether it's still on the vehicle, whether it's on the mitt, whether it's in the bucket, right? So I've always said O&R is the one thing where I could see the dirt being lifted off of the surface. I can see the dirt in the mitt. I put my dirty mitt into my O&R liquid. I squeeze it out. I see the dirt in the bucket, and I see it settle, right? Everything makes sense in that entire. I don't see it
stir it up.
Yes, and I don't see it stir it up. The whole process of using O&R makes the most sense, gives me the best result, and makes me feel like I'm doing something safely, right? Every other product I've used, right, either felt like soapy water or felt like some other type of variation of, it was like O&R, but not really. And the dirt, right, that stuff, it's going somewhere, but I can't find it. And most of the people, it'll be in the mitt or it'll be in the towel, and then they put it back in their bucket. It doesn't release into the bucket, and they're like, Mike, look how clean my water is. I'm like, but yeah, dude, your towel looks like you're using.
You're like I'm more concerned now, not less.
Your towel is using something that you would see in nightmares, right? And they're like, but it's not in the liquid though. It's just in the towel. And I say,
because they think that when you reach into a bucket that's not perfectly clean, that when you go back to the surface, it's introducing it. Not necessarily, especially not with
the other
O&R.
rinseless that I like is American Detailer Garage Fusion.
Oh yeah,
Fusion.
you said you really like that.
I still have Fusion. I still want to try that. I've still been wanting to do that because we used Wipeout. Wipeout smells fantastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Still felt pretty good. Still was an O&R for me. And then McKee's, right? McKee's makes fantastic products. Literally, their entire line is incredible, right? Very vast, very good. But 914 was the one product where I was I tried.
We really did give it a chance.
I tried to convert myself. I really did. I gave it my best try I could, and it just still wasn't for me.
So a little background for you guys. We got a few minutes here. So the background as to why Anthony and I went pretty heavy at the beginning of this year, really since SEMA, into rinseless technology. We were worried because of the stuff that Optimum did say this. Same reason we don't have a lot of Optimum products on our website anymore, right? They stopped making some of their products. O&R is one of our biggest sellers, right? We have decided we are selling O&R till it goes till it's just gone, right? Yeah. So what we did was we said, well, shoot, if they're going to be discontinuing these products, what if they discontinue O&R?
You got to have a plan
We were
B.
just worried. They didn't say that, but we were trying to prepare for the worst. Our number one selling product could disappear. We need to find a replacement. Let's dig deep into rinseless technology. Let's go for broke. Let's find out where we can with these rinseless washes. And we did a ton of research going into them, buying up every type we could getting our hands on, and using. But Anthony and I have a very strict standard of what we expect out of certain rinselesses. And we really had to push it to the test. But we also have to look at it from a beginner standpoint. We have to look at it from a professional detailer standpoint. And we have to look at it from a sales opportunity as well as a customer service question. If customers have an issue, what are the issues they're going to have? If a customer is having difficulty using the products, what are the difficulties that they're coming up with?
Is it something you can resolve
deep,
easily?
Guys, we go deep into that kind of stuff. Yeah. So Anthony and I worked on a lot of different rinseless washes. The hard part was we kept coming back to the fact that O&R is just the king.
Guys, think to yourself, seriously, ask yourself a serious question, right? What is wrong? What is wrong, or what has O&R has O&R ever done you wrong, right? Yeah. Has it ever actually done something bad to where somebody would leave a 1-star review for that product?
No,
there's not really
if they thought
situations.
It was probably in their head.
There's really not situations that we've ever seen that, right? Because O&R, as long as you get the dilution correct, as long as you get some of the washing techniques correct and all of that, it is such a seamless user experience, and that's the beauty of that product, right? And I think that that's something that just speaks so much to both the exterior and interior use of it, and I don't know.
And so the point is, we've been playing with a lot of rinselesses for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, Fusion, I really like because it answers Luke Berge's question of will it foam?
Well, you can foam Fusion.
It will foam. You can foam Fusion. So
also, it smells like. It smells great. What's it smell like? It smells like Orange Crush.
Yeah, it smells good. It smells really good. So that's a really great product. Let's knock out some of these here, Dane, because we're catching up on. We
have to go back a whole page.
Oh, already? Wow.
Okay, on the podcast you mentioned Koch Chemie product as an undercarriage spray coating. Any special prep required?
Just clean it. Just clean the area.
So we're talking about
Motorplast.
Yeah, clean it, degrease it. You can use their universal cleaner called Green Star. And I would foam it on like 5-to-1 or 3-to-1. Agitate it.
Scrub your plastics.
Yeah,
scrub all it. Get as much of that undercarriage as clean as possible.
Then rinse it. Then respray. Get it wet. Get the whole thing wet again, and then apply the Motorplast and let the Motorplast form itself. It's basically
it's a wet application.
It's a wet application.
So you got to get it wet with water.
Terry says if you had to pick 3 towels to do everything, what would you choose? Edges 365.
Eagle 350.
Dane.
But he said 3 towels.
Yeah, he named one. I named another. What's the third one?
Oh, well. Oh, I thought we were picking 3 towels to do everything. So, okay, sorry. I thought we were each doing 3 towels.
Just say the creature.
Well, I was going to say the creature, but then that's for the main towel, the do everything towel. And then you want to have a glass towel. So I would have the diamond glass towel. And then for the third towel would be a double twist dress because I really like those, a smaller size.
Okay.
Dane, we're
anyway.
playing by the
So we're
rules.
trying.
Moving
That's
on,
3 towels.
Dane.
That's what I thought we were supposed to do.
I know, but we wanted to mix it up.
Oh.
So we're moving on to Aaron says Koch Clay Lube versus Optimum No Rinse diluted to clay lube. Is dedicated clay lube slicker than O&R diluted clay lube?
This Koch Clay Lube, clay spray, yes. Slicker than anything I've ever felt in my life.
Dude, it's pretty crazy.
Legit.
So here's, I think that basically, if you were to put out your 3 different clay lubes, right? If you were to say O&R diluted to clay lube, very affordable, works great, right? There's no question
amazing.
there, right? Works fantastic.
1 to 128? Right? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, works fantastic, right? PNS Paint Gloss, the all-around great spray clay lubricant that will offer a little bit of protection.
No nonsense.
And this is no nonsense. It's just your kind of all-in-one. You're selling a clay session. You're selling a clay bar service to a customer, and you want to add gloss. There you go. There's your answer, right? Now, if you're doing a full-on clay before polish, you can use O&R, or you can use the Koch Chemie stuff, because this stuff is so slick, and a couple sprays covers an entire
crazy.
panel. It's
crazy.
It's pretty nuts, man. It is more expensive, but it's a completely different user experience. It's a very good experience.
Nothing seemed to trip it up either.
Best thing I would say, right? Think of the lubrication that OPT clay wax has, or OPT car wax has, right? But even more, right?
It's
so
insane.
it's like, it takes that towel to the next level. It's really good stuff.
Umberto, one of my friends lives, he's saying to Aaron, one of my friends lives in Large Big Creek, sorry, forgot the exact name, and lost their home due to the fires. Him, wife, and kids are okay.
Good.
And he showed me how the sky looks all orange. Yeah,
It's
that's
eerie.
pretty crazy what's going on over there. G. Davis, will a Black Friday sale include a brunch with Nate, as in previous years? That is something we were thinking about bringing back.
Yeah, he would take him out in like the camper on his Tacoma, out to like a little brunch picnic.
Yeah,
type thing.
it's it'd be one of the options you could purchase.
Makes sense.
An expensive option, but you have to spend
what, you
quite
think these things are free?
You got to spend a lot of money to get the brunch with Nate.
Well.
So it's next day Nate of all. Aaron, dumb question. How many towels do you need? 5 for each, 5 for glass towels, for example, for each step, if that's what you're asking. So depends on what you're working on. If you're working on an interior of a car, I usually recommend having at least a dozen towels for the interior. For an exterior of a car, I usually want you to have, depending on the steps that you're doing, if you're coating, you need to have at least 6 towels. If you're doing a compound polish, all that stuff, you need to have at least 4. If you're doing wheels, you need to have at least 2, 3 towels, depending on what you're working on. If they're super dirty, you're going to need a towel for each wheel, and then I recommend getting a different towel. There's a lot of stuff. So it depends on the towel. As you're doing glass, you should only need 2 towels for inside glass. Keep them clean. So
There we go.
Carissa, I live near San Francisco, California. Sky was so dark, the street lights were on all day. It looked 8 p.m. all day. Microclimates. Pretty crazy. Kakavin, hey guys, keep up on your work. Fist pump.
Thanks,
There you
bud.
go. Nice, man.
Got to go to the first page now.
All right.
Kicking it over. We got
Anthony Faria, where can I buy one of those Koch Chemie hats Anthony's wearing? Looking fly, fellow Anthony.
My dad hat is what this is.
It's a very dad hat.
I think you can go to their website and pick them up.
I think you
Koch
can go to their
Chemie
website.
USA.
Yeah. Yep. Koch Chemie
Yeah.
USA. You can pick one up. They are honestly, they're very comfortable. When we first got them, we're like, oh, these are dad hats.
Yeah.
Put it on today just to have it. Kind of like it.
There you go.
It's growing on you, man.
G. Davis, is there an AED machine? I don't know what that means. Adjacent to the chicken rotisserie in Dane's
I think it's like a
office?
defibrillator.
Probably. Probably.
It should
yeah,
be.
there should be. Aaron's, can you wash a car if in... Oh, wait, where are we? Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow. The comments moved.
Oh, Jane, we've got to catch up.
Hold on. Oh,
All right,
that
go
is the
back.
last one. So,
All right.
Then go up here.
There we go.
Go. Get that. Ta-da.
All right, Ryan, thanks, dude. Pretty light as I figured. Yep. And then Aaron's, can you wash a car if in high humidity? Yes. Even if it's in the shade, you can still feel the heat, but at least it's in the shade. Yes, you can wash a car in the shade in high humidity. It's just going to be a little harder drying it. What's a good combo from the cotton game? What's a good combo to do a 20-minute one-step gloss enhancement that has no protection? I like the Beadmaker Uno, but I want to apply more durable sealant like WOWO's or OP ceramic detailer.
So let's talk about Microcut.
Oh,
Yeah, Microcut
yes.
from the Koch Chemie is legit. Microcut with the Microcut pad, killer one step.
You want gloss,
All you want to do that,
man.
you want to have gloss, you want to have all that. It's
Yeah.
insane. We made a video about it.
dude.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's nuts.
All right, G. Davis, is there a 30-day wait for a typical guideline for coating on a repainted vehicle?
Great question.
good
Yeah.
question.
Well, apparently, with the G Technic is a permeable coating, meaning that you can apply. Technically, you apply that. They're coating their CSL. You can apply it within a week. I think
Yeah,
they said
usually a week.
About a
Pretty
week.
crazy.
It's pretty quick.
And the paint will still be able to off gas through the coating.
Yeah. So yeah, you should be able to get some CSL G and knock it out.
Aaron's says, to recap on Uno Protect, work it in 20 minutes, and if you like, wait for 4 hours, but you can use
So
SpeedMaker.
no, put it on. Wait 20 minutes after it's been applied. So you polish it or run your machine with the Uno Protect on it. You work your panel. Then you move to the next panel. You leave the product on for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it sits on the car for 20 minutes, untouched.
And then if you like, so then after 20 minutes, you can wipe it off. Then wait for 4 hours and not get it wet. But if you want, you can use Bead Maker after you wipe off the Uno. You can use Bead Maker, but that gets it wet. So that changes your timeline. So now you've switched it. Hope that makes sense. All right, SoCal Wizard Opinion Jesscar Menzerna Power Lock.
Looking for an opinion. I know you've used them before, right?
I don't like. So I'll just tell you right now, I don't like that combo. That's just me. I don't like Jesscar Menzerna Power Lock. It works for a lot of folks. It doesn't work for me.
What about you, Anthony? Any experience on that front?
Opinion, Jessica Menzerna Power Lock. What about opinions about what?
Well, he wants to know if you've used it,
works,
and if so, what you thought.
Matt really likes that whole system. He really likes it. I say go for it.
That's what I said.
But,
a lot of people like it. It's not me.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, if you think the way these guys think, then you're looking for something
yeah,
specific.
I mean, especially
especially
if you're topping it with something. I mean, if you're doing the whole colonite route, you can do that as well.
Well, he's using Power Lock or the Jesscar Power Lock.
Yeah, but then you top it. Then you top that with colonite,
Yeah,
and so. But yeah, and it looks good. I felt it. Looks good. It's up to you. Whatever route you want to go.
Yep.
We're hung up on experience a lot of the time, so that can kind of.
G. Davis, please note for TRC posterity that Hans Klosen has missed Q&A number 86.
Wow, that is an extremely
we are
important
noting
point
that
to note. He
we
still
drink
has
these
time
bangs.
to show up, but if he doesn't make it to the end of
got
this,
10 minutes.
it doesn't count.
Chris McCallum saying, Anthony is the hero we all needed. These 914 freaks are driving me nuts.
Hey, the
Thank you,
Porsche
Chris.
914 deserves some love.
Talking about
No.
I know.
No, dude. And so there's the
There's
thing.
nothing wrong with the product. That's the
There's
thing.
nothing
so Nick,
wrong with the product.
Nick
There's
Rudder
nothing.
called me yesterday, and I didn't answer my phone.
Yeah, no.
Why do I feel like somebody's gonna
I have a
like
missed
clip it
call
and
from
chip
him.
it, grab that little segment of you guys talking about that, and
there's
then throw it
nothing
and
wrong.
cause a
We
firestorm
like
to
it.
me.
Yeah,
914.
N914 is a good product. It's just
Yes.
not. It's different. It's
not O&R,
just
that's
different from O&R. That's
Once
the biggest
again,
thing.
these guys' personal experiences dictate our lineup. So just because they may not care for it doesn't mean it's bad.
Here we go. So Aaron says you should make a TRC detailing bag. I see other companies making it, and it even comes with polisher components where you can store it, or
Yeah.
polisher compartment where you
We
store
looked
it.
into them for a while. We did.
That's true.
Yep.
There you go.
Arslan, what about Wolfgang Uber rinseless wash?
He mentioned
I
it.
mentioned that.
He mentioned that.
I mentioned that.
Eagle Edgeless 350 1616 Ultra Plush.
He screams.
Thank you again.
from the rooftop.
Alfredo's just screaming out his favorites.
Yeah,
Woo! Yeah!
Your
Woo!
caps lock is on, bud.
We need more people.
Eagle 350. Yeah! Woo!
I like the energy, though.
like
Krenza 1432.
it's
Yeah!
we
Woo!
need more people in the mob. Just
I like
just
this.
throwing out.
It
things.
is fun, though.
I
He's
love
just
it.
like saying
Thanks,
things
Alfredo.
loudly,
Appreciate it,
energetically.
man. All right. How come there isn't more videos on McKee's 37? I haven't seen a video of it. Hawk Detail and a few other compare to O&R. You find it everywhere. Is McKee's a small company? No.
No.
Fun fact.
McKee's not a small company
Aaron,
at all.
have you ever heard of the company AutoGeek? That was created by Bob McKee. Now, Bob McKee sold the company for a hefty price tag. Took his brand that he had started while at AutoGeek called McKee's 37 and decided to take that with him. Now, for 1 year after he sold the company sold AutoGeek, he allowed McKee's 37 to be sold exclusively by AutoGeek. After that 1 year time frame disappeared of the contract, he has now reached out where it's available only on his website or to certain distributors, and he is lining up new distributors this year as they've gone out. So McKee's 37, not a old company, but they were kind of still under the harness of AutoGeek. So if you go on the AutoGeek videos, you'll find a ton of McKee's 37 stuff. You'll find a ton of McKee's 37 product reviews, all that stuff. The difference is, though, now McKee's 37 is their own company. And if you go to their website, you can watch all the videos with Ivan and Nick and them talking about stuff. Wayne Carini.
They got a real talent for like niche products.
Yeah.
Remember some of the like the mat cleaners and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Really
they got some.
interesting.
Like we said, it's a vast product line,
Yeah.
and it's a They're a small company. You can even watch our video where we sit down with Nick Rudder and we all talk and hang out.
Great chat.
Have a morning talking about
really
hot
cool
Hondas and all that good stuff. So take a look. See.
Moving on. So we have what does that say? Stio says, guys, can anyone recommend a cloth for buffing off Soft 99 Fuso coat, the original one? Not sure if that wax is widely used in the States or not. It is. There's a lot of people that like to use Soft 99. A towel that I'd probably use for that, I'd say a 365, Creature Edgeless. Yeah. If you want to go ultra plush, I'd probably say that the highest density I'd go would be the 350, so the Eagle 350 would be what I would use. Umberto says, lately I've been using Owner's Pride rinseless wash, which is diluted 500 to 1 versus 1R 256 to 1. So fun fact, right? 500 to 1, that's what most car wash soaps are diluted to.
Right.
We have not used Owner's Pride rinseless wash. I have heard that it can foam.
It's a soap-based rinseless. Like I said, guys, we did a lot of in-depth discussion and experimentation with these different rinselesses. And so we learned there's various different types. Certain polymers are soy-based. Certain polymers are that soap-based. There's all different types of rinseless washes out there.
Yeah. So basically, we have not.
Soap-based.
Yeah, we haven't tried Owner's Pride. We know it is soap-based, and that's totally fine because basically you can use Pearl, right, by PNS, right, as a rinseless wash.
You can dilute it at 500 to 1
which is a soap, and you can use it at 500 to 1 as well, and you can use that as a rinseless.
You can put it 256 to 1 in an IK foamer and do a foam rinseless wash, just like Larry's ammo.
You can literally,
froth,
do that as well. We did that on Levi's Elantra, I think, several times. And it was always like,
it worked.
It works.
Yeah, it works.
PNS Pearl can be used.
Couldn't believe it. It works.
Okay, next up, Alkaline Tall Pat. My friend in the comments here, he thinks like I think, so
like
I appreciate
weirdo.
that. Yeah, that's right. I'm a weirdo. Sorry. Anytime I hear 914, I think of the Porsche, much like Dane correctly associates Z34 with the plastic fantastic Beretta. Oh, that's right, because nobody into Z cars calls their 370Z
find a really good
Z34.
picture of a Z34 Beretta.
That's just not a thing. After the Z32, they just maybe in 350Zs and Z33s once in a while, but still. Any rate, sorry, point of contention. So Aaron, asking important questions. When you were talking earlier about different products, I think you were talking about clay spray. He was asking, slicker than ONR?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Much
substantially. Not even comparable.
Yeah.
So Scott Mattern says, I apologize for the open-ended question about your favorite products. However, my goal was achieved to hear you talk in depth about good products. Thanks, guys. I got my first bottle of ONR on the way.
Awesome.
Nice.
There's really no better place to start than with ONR.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
All right, back to the first page. We've got...
Oh, no, we still have a lot left.
Yeah, we still got a few.
All right,
so we're going to go over time,
I'm going to burn through these. Never heard of Koch and never knew that brand existed. Aaron, they are one of the largest brands in the world. They are finally making their introduction into the U.S. They have been a worldwide brand for a very long time. So that's why it was such a big deal to get us in here. It's kind of like if we were in kind of easy way to describe it's like taking Meguiar's, like a very well-known name brand here in the U.S. and then taking it to Europe and going, here's Meguiar's. It's been around for 100 years, and they're the number one name in car care.
People are like, never heard of Meguiar's.
Never heard of them. Yeah, it's the same thing, but it's
because you don't live in Germany.
But it's for a European brand coming to the U.S.
But they're in with like Benz and all that.
But when you bring up Koch over there, especially when we were just in the U.K. and we had brought it up, right? People like their eyes light up and they're like, oh, you know of Koch, and you're like, we do, we've heard of it. And everybody, you'll never hear one person say one bad thing about the brand. They always say, wow, they're just a really class act brand, very chemistry based, a lot of it's a very smart brand. And
it's dry material to where it just tells you the thing. It doesn't add a bunch of crazy flourishes to it. It just is what it is and says what
That's why our humor works the best, because we can level it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we are a goofy bunch. Don't know if you noticed.
We got Dino
Grahovic. JTM.
Oh,
so
JTM.
1979. By the way, Koch Chemi H901 is not just made for rotaries, but all polishers. I wonder where you got that info. It's one of the most popular compounds in Finland, Europe. By the way, do you prefer H901 or TLC Plus?
Heavy cut.
Very particular point.
Let's talk about heavy cut.
Talk about what you learned.
So I used H9 with a dual action polisher, and we sat down and had a technical meeting with Detlef over at Koch, and I told him my issues with the H9. He said, "Oh, it's designed for rotary use.
Yes.
It's not technically designed for DA. It can be used on it, but the issues you're having are because of the issues that you're using on a DA. If you use it on a rotary, which it's designed for, those issues will disappear."
Yes.
He is the technical director for Koch products.
And he was totally right. After you used it, vast
as soon
difference.
as I did it with a rotary, I was like, "Oh my gosh, all my issues disappeared."
Yeah.
So that's why.
Yeah.
I will say I don't have enough seat time between TLC Plus on a rotary compared to H9. I just know that the issues I had with H9 stemmed from the fact that I was using it on a Rupes DA. Correct. So I don't doubt that you're enjoying it, JTM, and that you've had a lot of good success with it. For me, that was one of my first questions to him, was that I didn't have that.
And for others, if they're using a different machine.
Dino, hello guys from Austria. Happy that you guys are using Koch now. You need to try MZWR and SO1 liquid and Magic Wheel Cleaner. We've used Magic Wheel Cleaner. It's on our next batch. So coming. Mauro, man, we got a lot here. Which compound do you prefer the most and why? Manzurna 400 or McGuire's 101? I am not either one, Mauro. So I will tell you 101 is still an old standby. Last cut, I think, knocks it out of the park left and right. So
I've used 101 before using 105. But yeah, man, that's still honestly the technology is it's getting better than what you're putting out there right now. So try the last cut and see what you think. Give us your feedback.
Yeah, so Dino jumping in, back and forth, these two guys, JTM and Dino. Is preferred rotary with their wool. It works the best. H8 was for rotary use. H9 is also for the DA, but it does not work as good. Correct.
Back to page 1. We're jumping through, but there's a lot coming in.
Diego, how would you guys compare Koch F6 or M302 to Sonac's Perfect Finish?
That's come up a lot.
That's a hard one. I'm still learning the numbers and the alphanumeric system.
Well, so the micro cut.
Fine cut.
So fine cut and micro cut, man. Dude, some of the highest gloss I've seen from a medium to light polish that I've seen, and the wipe off is going to probably outdo Perfect Finish. So try it out.
Fair.
Aaron asking, wool pads is older and microfiber pads are newer? Yes. Microfiber has less cutting power than wool pads? No. Wool is designed for soft clear. Microfiber is designed to cut hard clear. That's the change.
Well, and there's new wool designs too.
Wool is the original. They've been buffing cars with wool pads since the turn of the century, bud. When cars were developed, that's what they were using, was wool pads on rotary polishers. You can do some Google searching. You can see machine polishing from the 20s. Microfiber was developed in the 1950s and didn't make it to the U.S. until 1994. So microfiber has only been available in the U.S. and it came through as an ultra suede or as Alcantara. So let's keep
that's
pushing. Where it's at.
Keep pushing. All right, so we got Dino says, how does not H9 work as well as H8? I've used both. In my opinion, H9 cuts a bit more. Microfiber cuts better, says Dino. G. Davis says, will there be an FAQ where Dane presents his "Hello, ladies" 4-minute express cafe seduction?
I love that.
4 minutes.
That was
GM
good.
says, depends on the pad. Of course, microfiber is newer technology. In my opinion, blue Rupes wool cuts more than microfiber. I agree. Alfred, Echo, H2O is the emperor. Okay. Dino, JDM was talking about cutting with a DA, and then Alkaline, will the TRC crew go autocrossing? We've all talked about that. We think it would be great.
I got a Ram 1500 that I've been wanting to stretch his legs.
You're going to destroy every
Tom
cone.
Kirby says, and for the record, I did make today's Q&A. Enjoyed it as usual. Thanks, Kirby. Appreciate it. For the FQA, do the 5 uses of ONR, please, for the fact. That's a great idea. Dino, Diego, back and forth. Perfect Finish cuts a little better. Diego all right. Katie Lewis. Damn, I missed the whole thing. Work meetings killing me. How did it go today, guys? Great, Katie. We appreciate you showing up for the last bit. What do you guys like using Eagle 500s for?
Quick
final
detailers,
touch
final
products.
write-downs, final touch products. Yep.
All right. Diego and FT and yeah, you guys love it. Thank you guys for having a discussion. We appreciate it.
ONR is the gold standard for detailing, according to Aaron's. Yes,
Correct,
we agree.
Aaron, you're right.
Katie Lewis says, I used the website like you said and was able to find all the towels I need. Just need the wife's approval and money for the Crocs.
Yeah,
Bam.
boom.
Yeah,
all right,
perfect.
Matt McLean. Hey guys, ordered motor plast during the Labor Day. I'm a little nervous about the overspray on the paint after hearing the difficulty getting off the floor. That's because we left it overnight.
Yeah, that was
No.
Just wipe it off.
It'll
As
just
soon as you
wipe,
put it on,
fine.
wipe it off.
just
It'll be
wipe it
all
off
right.
the paint. You're gonna be okay. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
going to be so impressed with the results. It's
Yeah. See, Cotton Game.
We're
Did
still-
y'all try Protector Wax? Is it any good? Seems
Still
similar
waiting
to you.
on it.
Still waiting on it. Zach Bernal. Haven't seen a lot of coverage on PNS Playmaker. Is there a reason for it? Does Uno Protect just flat out beat it? Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Juan in the morning. Do Koch compounds and polishes stain trim. The polish, the microcut, does not stain
not
trim.
stain, yeah.
We haven't tried the other one.
The heavy cut most likely.
JTM, Levi, what issues do you have with H9? Dude, this is the last comment. We're getting out of here because I got to go to the bathroom. But here's the deal. It was dusting. I don't deal with dust. I had a lot of messy issues with it. I did not like that. I do not abide by that.
We have extremely high
as soon as I put it on the
standards for
rotary,
what you expect
none of
out
those
an
problems
experience.
happened. I was able to take care of it, got it handled. It was great. That's it. Seriously. Like if you ever to work with me, you will find that I am very picky. So
Yeah.
that's it, guys. Dane, take us away.
Okay, well, before I go, Anthony, anything left to add? You look
No.
like you were about to say something.
Heck no. Get out of here, Dane.
Okay, so you are free to go. I will wrap us up here. So, you guys know what I'm going to say, don't you? Yeah, that's right.
come on, Dane,
It's
I gotta
time
pee.
to check out the Rag Company FAQ channel. Get on there, check it out. If you guys don't know it exists by now, I'm not doing my job, so I need to promote it as much as possible to get you guys over there, typing in the comments, asking new questions that can then become new videos where the questions get answered on the Frequently Asked Questions Rag Company channel. So subscribe, and you may see a video that answers your question coming up in the not too distant future. You never know. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for that. It's been a fun Thursday. We love doing this. We love having you all listen to us. And they are excited to go. So
thank you,
I
John
guess
Hole.
that's it.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right, cut
We
the beat before
appreciate
Gabe
it.
walks in. Bye. See ya.
Oh my gosh, I was like dancing. That was too funny.